Hello, and welcome back to New York Mets baseball. My name is James E. Heenan. I'm the manager and GM of the New York Mets. We are sitting in September here, 6.5 games up on the Philadelphia Phillies in a race to win the National League East. Right now, we are sitting with a 20 magic number, so we need a combination of Mets wins and Phillies losses that add up to 20, and that's going to clinch the division for us. When we last streamed yesterday, we played 2 series. The first one was versus the Philadelphia Phillies. They came into Citi Field, starting with the final day of August, where we won 9-0, and then we were able to win the last 2 games of the series to fully sweep the Phillies. So that really helped our fortune in terms of trying to win the division here. We then had an off day, which helped with resting up that bullpen and getting everybody ready for a series with the Miami Marlins. That one was a little bit unfortunate, as the Marlins are in the basement of the division. Right now, they're 26.5 games back of first place. And they managed to take 2 of 3 from us, including the first 2 games. We did get a little revenge in Game 3 by really socking it to them in terms of our offense. Dexter Fowler had himself a massive day at the plate, as Corey Dickerson did as well. We put up 17 hits and scored 13 runs, so we did get a little revenge in the end. But a couple tough losses versus the Marlins. Yamie Garcia got touched up a little, but he gave up 5 runs, none of which were earned. We're hoping he's going to be able to make a bounce back when he makes a start today. Today we will be facing the Washington Nationals and the Atlanta Braves on the road. So a bit of a road trip coming here. These are 2 division rivals who are both under 500. The Nationals are 16.5 back, and the Braves also out of it at 21.5 games back. So hopefully this is some baseball that we're able to handle. We'll see how it goes, though. One of the difficulties that we could potentially run into here is that the Nationals will be bringing some pretty tough pitching. The first game is Jesse Hahn. That's who we'll see first, and it's not as big a concern. He's just a 35 on the 20 to 80 scouting scale. Through his first 138 and 2/3 innings, he's pitched to a 3.96 ERA. He's made 25 starts and appeared 26 times, so 1 time out of the bullpen. And it looks like he's making his rookie debut this season for the Nationals. He hasn't been letting the long ball fly out, but he's walking a ton of people, and his strikeouts aren't blowing the doors off of any buildings or anything like that. So this won't be the difficult assignment for the hitters, but we will see Alex Stillwell, who is their ace, in Game 2. He's a 60 on that 20 to 80 scale. Already has put up 5.1 wins per replacement. You can see it in the rate stats: 10.1 K per 9, 2.1 BB per 9, and then the 0.8 home runs per 9. So the rate stats are really good. The ERA sits around 3. He's pretty tough, and we can see the ratings. Plus curveball, plus changeup, solid sinker, tough pitcher to face, and we will see Chris Sale in Game 3. Similar story there, 60 on the 20 to 80 scale. So some tough pitching will come up in the series, but we're going to start off with the baseball in front of us, and that will be Jesse Hahn on the mound for the Washington Nationals. Luckily, we'll be countering with one of our aces, Max Scherzer. Scherzer's coming off an outing in that Phillies series where he went 7, giving up 1 run just on a solo home run, and he struck out 8 while walking 0, and only gave up 4 hits. So a really good outing for Scherzer. Excuse me. The last 2 outings for Max Scherzer have been pretty good after a bit of a slow patch in mid-August. But typically he's one of our more reliable guys. Has been able to strike out 10.1 K per 9 throughout the season to this point. So we feel comfortable sending Max out to the mound. In terms of our relief corps, because we are in the month of September, we've been able to expand the relief corps a little bit. And so we've been able to bring in Boschers and Francisely Bueno to round out the bullpen. And we've been kind of using them in spots where it's not high leverage at all, and the game's maybe a little bit out of reach, just so we keep guys rested for the next go. But we're going to move into this game. So this game will be played at Nationals Park in Washington. It's the 7th of September in 2015, and it's the first Monday of the month, so that makes it Labor Day. So we're going to have a 1:05 start after flying out of Miami to the nation's capital here. So 105 start at Nationals Park. The Nationals will draw just 26,379 fans down to the ballpark. The sort of thing you would expect to see when it's September and your team's out of it. So the attendance fortune's not too great for the Nationals. But we will be facing Jesse Hahn. We're going to go with kind of the standard Donaldson, Trout, Gonzalez, Dickerson for the first 4 hitters of the game. I'm actually going to bring Carlos Beltran in to play right field today. And I will bat him 5th to break up the lefty-righty situation so that Dickerson and Fielder won't be following each other. Well, Fielder won't be following Dickerson in the lineup so that a lefty reliever can't exploit us later in this game. And then Rugnid Odor is going to play second here versus Jesse Hahn. Actually, you know what? I'm going to let Addison Russell have this game because the pitcher isn't as strong. Russell has been doing pretty well since we called him up to the big club when the rosters expanded on September 1st. So I want to continue that. The hope is to have him in the everyday shortstop role come 2016. So we will go with Donaldson, Trout, Gonzalez, Dickerson, Beltran, and Fielder, and then Starlin Castro, Addison Russell, and Max Scherzer will round out our lineup. We will bat first as we are on the road, and Jesse Hahn's going to take the mound and he's going to fire the first pitch in here to Josh Donaldson. Looks like Donaldson will swing on the first pitch as we pan around Nationals Park, take a good look, and get underway here on this Labor Day Monday in 2015. Again, magic number is 20 for the team, so we need 20. We need a combination of Phillies losses and Mets wins that add up to 20. As JD is going to take the first pitch of the game and fly out to left. Mike Trout will stand in and see a 2-1 count. Trout is retired. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez can't do much with that pitch. He just hits it on the ground with the second baseman to end the first inning for the Mets. So Max Scherzer will go to work here. He's going to face Piazza, Reyes, and Cooper, Moustakas, Lovejoy, and Heenan, Lancaster, Castro, and then the pitcher will be Jesse Hahn for the Nationals. The 0-1 to Piazza. On the ground to Donaldson. He's going to fire it over to Fielder. Alex Reyes. 1-2. Let's go. Hopefully that signs of things to come for Max Scherzer. 1-1 here to David Cooper. He gets a hold of that one. It's going to get itself into the gap in right center. Should be 2 bases. Trout gets it into the cutoff man, so Cooper will hold it second. So Cooper on second for Mike Moustakas. Swinging first pitch on the ground to Addison Russell. He plays it on to first for the out, so Scherzer able to retire the double there. Hahn will face Dickerson, Beltran, and Fielder. The full count. Dickerson having himself a year. Comes in with 32 bombs. He's got that 310, 359, 574 slash line, good for a 933 OPS. One of the better hitters on the team. Carlos Beltran stands in with 1 out, and he's going to work a walk. So we got a base runner for Prince Fielder, the 1-2 coming in here from Jesse Hahn. On the ground, hopefully not 2. Definitely will be, though, with the slow chugging Prince Fielder, not the fastest guy on the team. Unfortunate, but we will go to the bottom half of the second, and it'll be Ben Lovejoy, Matt Heenan, and Ryan Lancaster. Full count coming in here for Max Scherzer. Hit in the air. Will it hang up? Nope. Won't hang up. So they got a base runner. He's trying to get a bunt down. The 0-2. Will he try with 2 strikes? Instead, he'll work a full count and a walk. Scherzer lost the strike zone a little bit there. Lancaster going to get the bunt down with 2 on. So now they've got 2 in scoring position. So Scherzer's going to have to try to bear down here and try to strike out Castro to give himself a chance to get out of the inning with the pitcher spot. See what he can do. Full count. He does get Castro, so that is a huge strikeout for Scherzer, his second on the day. And hopefully he can just get past the pitcher. Oh no, so Jesse Hahn has different ideas. and he helps his own cause by getting a single into left field. So not off to a perfect start here versus the Nats, that's for sure. Scherzer finally gets Diaz at a ground to Russell to end the inning, but the Nationals put up a 2-spot. Gonna have to get the bats going. We got the bottom of the order and Castro, Russell, and Scherzer coming up. Still looking for our first hit. Maybe that's what I get for throwing shade on Jesse Hahn in the pregame here. Hahn's gonna work Addison Russell with 1 out, 1-0. Two away. Here's Scherzer. So Jesse Hahn has quietly retired the first 9 batters. Max Scherzer will face Alex Reyes, David Cooper, and Mike Moustakas in the 3rd inning. Alex Reyes is able to ground one straight up the middle for a base hit. Just gonna toss over a time or two for Reyes. Try to keep him honest, full count. He still runs. Ball in the air though, so it will be the first out of the inning. Trout tries to double up the base runner on first, Reyes, but he's not able to do so. Moustakas hits a 2-0. Donaldson gets it to second, over to first for the double play, 5-4-3. Great job. JD's going to get a chance to lead off the 4th inning. The 0-2 coming home from Jesse Hahn. That's 10 in a row. So Hahn is having his way out there on the mound. We really need to get in that hit column. It sure is going to face Lovejoy, Heenan, Lancaster. He's thrown 48 pitches, 4 hits, 2 runs, the walk, and the 2 strikeouts. No activity yet, but he's going to need some support as that line shot goes into the waiting glove of Corey Dickerson. Heen will see a full count pitch. Get a hold of one. Matt Keen's gonna hit it into the stands, 413 feet away from home plate. So that is a 3-0 lead for the Nationals. Not the start we were looking for, both for Max Scherzer and our hitters. He is able to induce a ground ball back to him here and get the out. So we do have 2 outs on the inning for Jason Castro, batting for the Nationals. That should be caught by Beltran out there, right? So Dickerson, Beltran, and Fielder. I don't think we need any activity yet. Like I said, I was much more concerned about the next 2 games that we will be playing against the Nationals in terms of the starting pitcher. Finally, though, we're able to break up the no-hitter that Jesse Hahn's had going through 4 1/3. Beltran is able to get on base with a base hit. Prince Fielder will work a walk right behind him. So now we have a chance, only 1 down. Let's see if Starling Castro can do something with his 2 base runners. He may get down the line, and he will. So an infield hit from Starling Castro. The bases are now loaded. Addison Russell is going to get a huge opportunity here. 1-2. Oh, so he's going to swing through it. Huge chance. I almost want to, because I've got so many arms in the bullpen, I almost want to just hit for Scherzer, and I think I will. We've got so many arms in the bullpen. We've got so many guys on the bench now that we are in September. I don't want to waste this offense. Let's give Matt Davidson a chance to try to cash something in. The 1-1. It's just going to hit a dribbler in front of home plate, but it is fumbled by the catcher. So we will get a run in. Davidson will be standing on first, and the bases will remain loaded for Josh Donaldson. Donaldson will go down looking, so that is a bit of a wasted opportunity, and the bases will be left loaded. We do get 1 run. Brad Peacock will come in and try to keep the game where it is. Allow the hitters to keep plugging away. Full count to Jesse Hahn, who will lead it off. Peacock's able to get the pitcher Hahn, and Diaz will stand in. The 0-2 from Brad Peacock. Second out of the inning. Reyes. So Peacock pitches a clean 5th inning. I'm gonna get Perkins ready for the 6th, but I may just leave Peacock in. Trout will hit. Trout goes down. Here's Miguel Gonzalez, the catcher. Jesse Hahn just continues to erase my big bats, but not Dickerson here. He's able to get a single. That's the... Oh, he's able to get to second. That may be an error out there, and it will be. So 3 singles on the day. Dickerson takes advantage of an error in right field, so Beltran's going to try to cash him in. The 1-2 will be just a little liner caught by the first baseman, Cooper. And that aforementioned Cooper will lead off this inning with Moustakas and Lovejoy in tow. I think I will just leave in Peacock for now, but if he starts giving up base runners, Perkins is available for us. Peacock's going to get a fly ball off the bat of Cooper. Here's Mike Moustakas, the 0-2. 0 for 2 on the day. Make it 0 for 3. Lovejoy trots down to first for Matt Keane. 1-2. So that'll be that. Brad Peacock works a couple nice innings, giving up just the 1 base runner in his 2 innings of work. It will be Glenn Perkins' next inning in the 7th. We really need to start getting a hold of Jesse Hahn. We're getting his pitch count up a little bit. This could be his last frame. He's only given up just 3 hits and the 2 walks, so we do need to do a little bit more work versus him. He does hit fielder. Maybe he's starting to lose it a little bit. They take him out there. Ryan Brazier will come in, sporting a 3.95 ERA, over 13 2/3 innings. Maybe a guy we can hit a little bit, hopefully. There's Castro swinging first pitch. Serves it out to right field. A diving effort made by Ben Lovejoy to rob him of a hit there. So Addison Russell's going to get a chance with 1 out. And he's going to get beamed. So the Washington Nationals are getting pretty wild. Let Rugi have a chance here, as they bring in a left-handed reliever as well, Derek Byler. And the 1-2 will come into Rougned Odor. Swung on and missed. 2 gone in the inning. We've got Fielder on second, Russell on first. Josh Donaldson's going to see a 2-2 pitch. That one will be swung on and missed. That's going to end the inning. And the threat here for the good guys. I'm going to head to that 7th inning stretch. We're going to bring in Glenn Perkins to try to face the bottom of the order and keep the game where it is. And give us a chance to try to tie it up in the 8th. Ryan Lancaster, Jason Castro, then that pitcher's spot. Glenn Perkins comes home. First pitch will be swung on here by Lancaster. Hit on the ground to Donaldson, who plays it on to first for the out. 1 gone. Here's Perkins working to Jason Castro, a full count offering coming. Castro gets a hold of it, pulls it into right field. It's going to hold up at first for a base hit. Danny Cobb will be the pinch hitter for the pitcher here, bringing a 696 OPS in with his 15 bombs. Swinging first pitch versus Perkins. On the ground to Castro. Played on to Russell for a fielder's choice. 2 gone, and Diaz will be up. Going on the pitch is Cobb, and he was able to pick the pocket of the battery here. So Cobb standing on second, probably should have thrown over, to be honest. But here's Diaz. The count will be 2-1. On the ground to Castro, so that's going to get us out of that. So not a bad job by Glenn Perkins in the 8th, or in the 7th inning. It's going to be the top of the 8th. Trout, Gonzalez, and Dickerson. I hate to use any of these high leverage guys right now because we're not winning. I'm going to trust 56% Rich Wells, or at least I'm going to give him an opportunity to try to leave the game where it is. Unless we happen to score here. Here's Trout swinging first pitch as Robbie Ross Jr. comes in for the Nationals. Trout just lofts it over to the third baseman. Gonzalez, the 1-1. Third baseman Moustakas getting lots of work here in the 8th. Dickerson goes down swinging, so not able to do anything there with our basically our best hitters coming up. So we're going to have one last chance. We're going to let Rich Wells try to keep it where it is. If he gets into trouble, I just want to have Bochers going. Reyes, Cooper, and Moustakas. Full count. Hit in the air and in front of Mike Trout, so he's going to get on base. So David Cooper will get a chance with Alex Reyes at first. Wells will toss over. 1-2 to Cooper. And Wells is just going to basically put this game out of reach. Well, Cooper will do that. Wells will be who he does it off of. So not thrilled with our man's performance here in the 8th. His job was to keep the game where it was. The game is clearly not where it was, so we're down 5-1. A 2 spot is recorded by the Nationals. Gets a strikeout there. Lovejoy's base hit is going to be the end of the line for Rich Wells. Starting to get tired anyway. Didn't really do the job we had set out for him, or we'd hoped that he would do. So Buddy Bochers going to get a chance. He's going to strike out the second baseman Heenan. Here's Ryan Lancaster. He's swinging first pitch. Oh, and he's going to poke it through the infield. First and second, Jason Castro, who's 1 for 3 on the day, will get an opportunity to hit. Full count. Back to the pitcher. Loved by Bochers. So it's going to be last chance in the 9th. Carlos Beltran, fielder, and then Starlin Castro will hit here versus Cesar Barbosa. Doesn't look like he is their everyday save guy, and in fact, he's only had 7 appearances. But this guy hasn't given up an earned run yet. Let's see if we can end that streak. He gets ahead of Carlos Beltran 0-2. Beltran gets a hold of it a little bit out to left, but not deep and playable for Alejandro Diaza for the first out, Prince fielder. Little dribbler back to the pitcher's box. So not looking great for the first game of the series with the Washington Nationals. Starlin Castro will be the last hope in the 9th, and it'll be a 1-2 pitch that we'll see. Hits it on the ground of the infield, but not handled by the second baseman Keene. So Castro will get on base with a hit, and Addison Russell will bat. I'm not going to run Castro with 2 outs in the 9th. That would be a bad idea. Here's Addison Russell. Hits it on the ground to the shortstop. That's going to be played over, and we'll end the ball game. So we drop a tough one to the Washington Nationals. We were mentioning Jesse Hahn was the weakest pitcher that we're going to see in this series. Unfortunately, though, he shoved versus us, going 6, giving up just 1 run, not earned, on 3 hits, striking out 5 and walking 2. Not a lot of offense, obviously. We had Starlin Castro having the 2-hit day, but that included just like that ground ball to the second baseman we just saw at the end of the game. So the only multi-hit effort. Mostly we were shut down for the day. Scherzer goes 4 innings only on 64 pitches, gives up 3 earned runs on 5 hits. Only 2 strikeouts for a guy who has been striking out, a good 10 K per 9. So not Scherzer's best day. The bullpen was mostly good except for Wells. Peacock did his normal thing. And of course, you're going to see Jesse Hahn getting that player of the game reward here today. So Labor Day Monday has been complete. Lost to the Washington Nationals. Take a quick look. We remain 6.5 up on the Phillies. The Phillies have lost on Labor Day as well, so that will actually bring our magic number down to 19. Again, any combination of Phillies losses and Mets wins will reduce that number. So we need 19 of that combination, and we will win the division. Going to move on to the next game. So we're going to face Alex Stillwell, who's the ace of the Washington Nationals staff. last time out. He went 8 1/3 innings, pitched in the 9th inning, and didn't give up a run. 7 innings the time before without allowing a run. We just take a quick look. The 2015 game log, we actually saw him back on the 2nd of August last, and we were able to hit him a little bit. And we've been able to hit him a little bit the last 2 times we saw him. We were attempting to trade for him just before this game, and we just couldn't get the deal done. We didn't have the pieces that the Nationals have been looking for, or that the Nationals were looking for Stillwell, and obviously they didn't move him. But he is in his walk year, so I'm actually kind of surprised to see that they didn't move Stillwell when they're sitting 3rd in the division, and they're 9 games back to the wild card, so not likely they'll be playing any playoff baseball. So kind of surprising to see they didn't move their ace over at the trade deadline. But either way, we will face him today. We will counter with Jared Terpstra, the 27-year-old out of Dallas, Texas. He is bringing in a 3.48 ERA over 137 innings. He's made 26 starts on the mound, and he's put up 1.7 wins above replacement. The home run numbers are under one home run per 9, which is, I'm happy with. 3 BB per 9, and then 7.3 K per 9. We'd like to see him get some more strikeouts. He doesn't have the greatest stuff, but the stuff's okay, and he's got some pretty nice offerings. The fastball, slider, and sinker are all pretty solid. His control is pretty good, so he's usually a pretty reliable guy for us. Usually can sit like 3rd, 4th in the rotation, and he's got the captain personality class, so we're happy with that. We've got him signed for 2016, so he will be slotting in the rotation for his age 28 season. He then gets the player option for the age 29 season, so that was kind of part of us being able to sign him. So we will move into this one. Bullpen's in a decent spot. We won't be able to use Brad Peacock most likely at 51%. Tom Wilhelmsen is equally as reliable, so he's somebody we'll go to possibly first out of the pen. Perkins can be pitching today. Marshall, who has been slow, but he's got pretty good ratings and has been pretty good for much of the season, so he's available. And then of course we've got our closer, Nikolai Costa, who's carrying his 24 saves on the season in the game, and has been one of the best one of the best relievers on the team. So nice to have him available. We're hoping we're going to be able to use him today. The Nationals have a little bit bigger crowd for Game 2. This is a night game on the Tuesday. 29,035 fans show up at Nationals Park to see the Mets come in. We're going to stick with... so Miguel Gonzalez needs the day off. This is our star catcher in his rookie campaign with his 881 OPS, 27 bombs so far. He's made 439 plate appearances in 114 games and 95 starts. Not going to get the start today. That will move Corey Dickerson into the 3-hole. And I actually will have Prince Fielder in the 4-hole. He's pretty much our main candidate for that right now. Dexter Fowler is going to come back into the lineup and play right field. And he will actually be my 5-hole guy. Starlin Castro will keep playing. And I'm going to bring Rougned Odor back into the lineup to play second base. Castro will be in the 6-hole at shortstop. Rugi at second. Russell had the opener yesterday with the strikeouts, so going to sit him today against Stillwell. I don't want to give him that tough assignment, so we'll go with Josh Donaldson, Mike Trout, Corey Dickerson, Prince Fielder, Dexter Fowler, Starlin Castro. And then Rougned Odor, our backup catcher, Jim Shumaki, with his 65 catcher ability. Hoping that helps Terpstra throw a nice game today and a little bit of home run pop. And again, Jared Terpstra in the 9-hole facing Alex Stillwell at Nationals Park. So we will get Game 2 of the series underway here. Josh Donaldson going to stand in, face Stillwell. We will see the 3-1 pitch. He's going to trot down to first, taking ball 4, so definitely the kind of thing you want to see out of your leadoff man. Donaldson getting on base. Trout will watch strike 3 go by, though, so The first out of the inning has been recorded. Corey Dickerson's going to stand in, 1-2. On the ground, possibly an infield hit, and it will be. Let's go. So first and second here, Prince Fielder. And the full count offering from Alex Stillwell comes home. We picked Fielder up in May, and we were really hoping to get more out of him than we have. But we were hoping for more home run pop out of him. We haven't got it. The 0-1 by Alex Stillwell, it's a wild pitch, and we'll move the runners up. So Fowler's going to see a full count offering with runners in scoring position, and he does fly out to center, so that does end the threat. A couple base runners in the inning, but nothing happening there for the New York Mets. So Terpstra will face the Nationals lineup, so Alex Reyes, Ryan Lancaster, David Cooper, Mike Moustakas, Jesus Montero making the start at catcher today, and Ben Lovejoy, Danny Cobb, Matt Keane, and then Alex Stillwell will bat ninth. Here's Terpstra. Reyes will swing first pitch. On the ground to Castro, played over to Fielder for the out. One away here in the first. Ryan Lancaster moves into the 2-hole in game 2. He's going to hit another ball on the ground, this time handled by Starling Castro and fired over to Fielder for the second out. And here's David Cooper, the 1-0. That one will get down in right field. Could be extra bases, and it will be. So Cooper will be standing on second base as Jared Terpstra will work to Mike Moustakas. First pitch swinging in the air, should end the inning. Trout pulls it in, and it does end the inning. So Terpstra gets out of it, stranding the base runner. Castro, Odor, and the catcher Shumaki to bat here in the second. Castro one hopper out to short. Rougned Odor to hit the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Stillwell has his third strikeout on the day, and Jim Shumaki beat the fourth strikeout, unfortunately. So Stillwell starting to settle in a little bit. Hopefully we're able to solve them soon. Terpstra will see Montero, Lovejoy, and Danny Cobb. Yep. After a fly ball to center, a base hit is hit to center by Lovejoy, and he's standing on first for Danny Cobb. First pitch swinging. Hit on the ground to Odor, flip to Castro, and on to Fielder. That's a double play. Let's go. All right, Terpstra, Donaldson, and Trout. Just the sort of thing we were looking for to get out of that inning. Awesome job by the infield. And that was some play. That man ran 90 feet to go get that ball. 90 feet back, and somehow he beat the base runner down the line. Josh Donaldson hits a single into right field. I mean, I haven't seen that in Major League Baseball. JD will be on first with Mike Trout hitting, full count coming in. Trout hits a blooper the left field side of center field for a base hit, and there's first and second for Corey Dickerson. Let's go, Dickerson. Get something done here. We need a run. Hits it in the air. Will it get down? It will. But the base runners did have to hold up to make sure that ball was not going to be caught. So it will be bases loaded for Fielder, the 1-0. And Fielder's going to loft it out to left. Average outfield depth. Do we want to run on Danny Cobb's great arm? I think we're not going to. I feel like he was going to get thrown out there, but we're going to give Fowler a chance. 0-2. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us. Awesome. So Fowler is able to get that through. Lovejoy with the cannon, very shallow, fantastic. We won't test that either. If it was shallow and fantastic in cannon, we'd think about it. But the very shallow, I'm going to err on the side of caution. Unfortunately, though, Castro just hits one into the ground, over to the second baseman, ends the threat. We will strand the bases loaded. We do push one run across, and Terpstra will face Keane, Stillwell, and Reyes. Would have liked to score more there. But I just felt those two situations with the third base coach trying to send him, I think maybe we're making the right decision there. Here's Stillwell with one guy. He's just going to loft that one in the air as Trout ranges over and makes the catch. Reyes will hit with 2 gone. Trout will make another put out in center field to end the inning. So, bottom of the order for Alex Stillwell here in the top half of the fourth inning. Rugi Odor puts some wood on the baseball, but it's caught by Reyes. Shimaki will work a full count, but he'll go down swinging. Stillwell with his 5th strikeout. Terpstra's just going to get a chance with 2 outs, probably an out. Gets a good swing on it, but it is the out we predicted. Lovejoy tracks it down. Lancaster, Cooper, and Moustakas. Just a quick line check on Terpstra. 20 pitches so far. So 20 pitches only so far through 3 innings. Just the 2 hits. Very efficient. Lancaster almost gets himself a hit, but Fowler's able to make a diving catch. Cooper swinging first pitch. Dickerson hustles over into foul territory and makes that catch. Here's Mike Moustakas, the 1-0. Moustakas will get a base hit down in right field. So he'll stand on first for Jesus Montero. We'll see a 1-1 pitch, and he's going to get it in the gap. So this has a chance of scoring the base runner, but it won't. Dickerson gets it in quickly to the cutoff man. But Montero has himself a double, and Moustakas will be standing on third base. So Terpstra needs to bear down here. He's going to work to Ben Lovejoy with 2 outs, but 2 in scoring position. He's going to throw a 1-0. Gets a ground ball to Castro, who doesn't make a mistake. Plays it on to Prince Fielder so that we do get out of the inning. Excellent job bearing down there by Terpstra. And it will be the bottom of the order in Cobb, Keane, and Alex Stillwell. It will be the top of the order, though, facing Stillwell for us and Donaldson, Trout, and Dickerson. In the next inning, that's who Terpstra will see, the bottom part of the order. Donaldson is beamed. So he'll march down to first. And Mike Trout's going to get a hit. Or going to get a chance to hit. He's going to go down swinging. For Alex Stillwell, 6th strikeout. Trout, 1 for 3 on the day. Dickerson swings and misses through a full count pitch. Prince Fielder will hit. So there's a fly ball to end the inning. Danny Cobb, Matt Keane, and Alex Stillwell, as we mentioned previously, will face Jared Terpstra, who has only tossed 32 pitches through 4 innings. Very efficient, especially when he had the 2 runners in scoring position. And on the first pitch here, he's able to get a ground ball to make the first out of the inning. 1-2 to Keane. And that's a strikeout by Jared Terpstra, his first of the day. And right away, he's got his second of the day versus Stillwell. So 2 strikeouts for Jared Terpstra through 5 innings. We will keep him in the game, as he's only tossed 40 through 5. That's remarkably efficient. Fowler, Castro, and Rugi Odor here. Just a moment here. Sorry about that. So Castro's going to bat here with 1 down in the top of the 6th. We've got a 1-0 lead. 1-1 coming home to Starling Castro. Hits on the ground to his counterpart at short, who's not able to handle it. And Castro's going to get on with an infield hit. So Gavin Floyd's got the 50 hold runners. Montero's got a bit of an arm. We may think about running Castro here, and I think I will, actually. But he will get thrown out for the second out of the inning. So Jesus Montero gets that ball down there quickly, and Odor will swing at the 1-0 offering. He's just going to loft that ball at the left field, and that will be the inning. So Gavin Floyd gets out of the 6th. Terpstra will face the top of the order for the 3rd time here in Reyes, Lancaster, and Cooper. Let's see what what he does. Reyes swinging first pitch. On the ground to Starlin Castro. Played over the first base for the out. Here's Ryan Lancaster. He's going to hit that back to the mound. 2 away. And David Cooper will see a 1-2. Cooper will hit that ball back up the middle for a base hit. Cooper on first, Moustakas in the batter's box, I'm sorry. Terp's just going to try to end this inning, full count. Moustakas gets a hold of that pitch, hits it over the tall wall in right center, into the first 2 rows. And unfortunately, Jared Terpstra has given up the lead here. Let's see if we can get Montero, but it may be time to move on with all the arms we've got. Down 2-1, his spot will come up. It's not a necessity with only the 61 pitches. And I mean, his day hasn't been bad, but we need a little bit of offense. Tom Wilhelmsen is a very reliable reliever who we can trust to face this next part of the order in the 7th. So we will hit for Jared Terpstra here in the top half of the 7th. Shumaki will lead it off. So he's going to get hit. And we will hit for him. I'm actually going to let Carlos Beltran come in here and hit. And he will swing for his pitch. 11 for 44 in the pinch hitting role. Make that 12 for 45. So we do have first and second with nobody out for the top of the order and Josh Donaldson, the 2-1 coming in. Donaldson gets a hold of that pitch. It will be caught deep in the corner. Somehow Ben Lovejoy is able to make a diving catch, and it will keep the runners where they are. Mike Trout will hit now, seeing a full count. Mike Trout goes down. Gavin Floyd picks up his 2nd strikeout of the game. Corey Dickerson now going to get a chance. Dickerson gets a hold of one, and that one will sail into the stands and right. A 3-run shot from Corey Dickerson. And so we retake the lead. It's 4-2 for the New York Mets. Huge. Nothing like 2-out RBIs, and we get 3 of them there. Fielder will draw a walk to follow that, so Dexter Fowler is going to get a 2-out opportunity with a base runner on. He will just hit it on the ground to the first baseman and end the inning. So we head to the 7th inning stretch. Mets leading this one 4-2. Tom Wilhelmsen will come in to face Ben Lovejoy, Danny Cobb, and Matt Keane. And here's the first pitch, which will be swung on here by Lovejoy. It's going to be a fly ball to center. Trout will squeeze the leather on it for the out. Here's a 1-2 to Danny Cobb. 2 away. Keane. And another strikeout for Wilhelmsen, so an excellent job done by him in the 7th. Just what we were looking for. We will go into the to the top of the 8th, so I'm going to bring in Perkins to try to do a little setup work to face the pitcher spot and then the top 2 of the order. But here in the 8th, it's going to be Castro Odor and Jim Shumaki for the New York Mets. The full count offering coming in. It's going to get down for a base hit, so let's go. Would love to tack on a run or 2 as Castro stands on first for Rougned Odor. And we will tack on those runs, it looks like. Odor gonna hopefully put this game out of reach. Makes it 6-2. A blast by Rougned Odor. 416 feet away. That will be his 16th on the year. And Shumaki's gonna bat with nobody out here in the inning. We will leave Perkins up and warming up for now, as it's only a 4-run lead. We're still happy to use him here in the 8th. Shumaki gets a chance to hit. He's going to get a base hit. And that one will go all the way to the wall. Shumaki, the backup catcher, picking up extra bases here today. 1 for 3 on the day with a couple of strikeouts, but a big double here in the 8th. Let's let Davidson hit. Matt Davidson, one of our utility infielders, handles a lot of third and first. Has done okay in the pinch hitting role throughout the season. He is retired here though. Shumaki stands on second for Josh Donaldson, and we'll see a full count coming in. Donaldson goes down on strikes, and it'll be Trout. Trout's just going to fly out to his counterpart out in center field to end the inning. So a 6-2 ball game at this point. Home run there by Rougned Odor, 2-run shot to make it 6-2. Glenn Perkins will come in here to face Alejandro Diaza, who will pinch hit for the pitcher, and then Alex Reyes and Ryan Lancaster. Here's Perkins, the 0-2 coming home to Diaza. 3 for 9 as a pinch hitter. He will go 3 for 10 though, strikeout. Reyes, the 1-0 will be what he swings at. Hit on the ground. Nice play by Josh Donaldson on one hop, and he plays it on to Prince Fielder for the out. And here's a 2-2 to Lancaster. Perkins gets him. Let's go. We haven't used Costa in a little bit, but it is not a save situation. I think I'm going to give Marshall a chance. He last pitched August 30th. It's been a while since Marshall has pitched. The cold only refers to when he most recently pitched. I'd like to give him a chance. If he gets in trouble, we will get Costa up. Dickerson, Fielder, and Fowler here. So we're on the verge of reducing our magic number. The magic number sits at 19. That's a combination of Phillies losses and Mets wins that adds up to 19. Will get us that National League Eastern Division title. So if we win this, we'll definitely be going to 18. So we sit on the 8th of September. The day after Labor Day, Fielder flies out. Fowler's going to hit with 2 outs. Fowler gets a base hit to keep the inning alive. And here's Starlin Castro. It's going to hit it on the ground, backed up on by the third baseman Moustakas, who fires it on to first for the out. And that's the end of the Mets 9. So we will send out Sean Marshall to face the 2 lefties in Cooper and Moustakas, then Jesus Montero, the catcher. Hoping to close this one out with a 6-2 lead. The 2-1 is going to come home here. And it's going to be a base hit up the middle. So Cooper on first for Mike Moustakas. If this is another base runner, Nikolai Costa is going to start to toss a baseball around in the bullpen. Gets Moustakas. Montero stands in the 1-0. So Montero will get a base hit. So with Cooper moving up to second and Montero on first, Costa will start to throw the ball. If this gets worse, we want to have him available. We do have the left-on-left situation here with Marshall working to Lovejoy. Swinging first pitch. It will be a base hit up the middle. So this is where we're getting into a little bit of trouble. That will at least get him to warming. This will be the last hitter for Marshall no matter what happens. Now if this happens, it's everybody's last hitter. Gets a double play ball. Attaboy Marshall, let's go. So we get out of the game. It is 6-2, a final score at Nationals Park for the second game of the series. Corey Dickerson getting a little props in the write-up, so 3 for 5 with the home run and 2 singles. And obviously he had that big 3-run shot that put us ahead for good, made the game 4-2 in the top of the 7th. So a huge day for Corey Dickerson as we're able to win the game. Team pulls off a total of 12 hits, including the big day by Dickerson with three hits and 3 RBIs, scoring the 1 run. Fowler and Castro also with 2 hit efforts. Fowler adding an RBI, Castro adding a run scored. Odor had the big 2-run shot to add a little bit of insurance. And Jared Terpstra, a nice day on the mound, improves his record to 14-2, something that maybe the Baseball Writers Association of America look at when it comes to Cy Young Award winning during the season of 2015. But 6 innings, 2 runs on 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, did not walk anybody. And then the bullpen came in and shut it down. So a great job by the pitching staff. Corey Dickerson going to get himself the player of the game honors. So nice job by Corey Dickerson today. And a nice win for the team. Going to move into the 9th of September. take a quick look. We stay 6.5 up on the Phillies. So the Phillies were able to pull a win out of their hats versus the Braves on the back of Patrick Corbin did allow 5 runs, but looks like their bullpen picked him up, and the opposing pitcher gave up a ton of runs, so the Phillies pull off a win. That means we are only able to reduce our magic number by 1 on the day, down to 18 with the win we pick up. Not the lowest magic number in baseball. That's going to belong to the current best team in baseball, Boston Red Sox, and then the Detroit Tigers actually also have a magic number of 14 with their 84 wins. We are the best team in the National League currently, though, so if the playoffs were to begin today, there would be a wild card game in Colorado between the Phillies and the Rockies, and we would face the winner in the division series. But that's not where we're at yet. There's still plenty of baseball to play before we get to the playoffs. The rubber match here of the Washington Nationals series will be coming up, and we've actually got a tough assignment for our hitters coming up. They're going to be sending Chris Sale out to the mound. So this is Chris Sale, basically at the peak of his powers. 26 years old at the time in 2015. He is rated by our head scout as a 60 on a 20 to 80 scouting scale. On the season, he's had 27 starts and completed 179 2/3 innings, pitching to a 3.16 ERA. Home runs have been just over 1 per 9. He's keeping his walks down around 2, and he's striking out the world. 10.4 K per 9. He's led the league in that particular rate stat both of the last 2 seasons. And you can see a nice solid 4 wins above replacement. So Sale looking good. Now he has been hit around a little bit his last couple of times out. The home runs have been flying off the bats of the opposing hitters, so hopefully we're able to replicate a little bit of that. But as you can see, he always has a pretty solid strikeout number, and at least recently a very low walk number. So he's able to control the baseball and execute his pitches very often. Just hopefully he leaves a couple hangers over the plate for us, like he did in those last 2 outings he's had. For us, we will be countering with Yame Garcia. Yame Garcia for us was a minor league contract coming into this season. He made the team out of spring training, so we gave him the major league portion of that contract. It did bump his salary up to $1.1 million. It is just for the 1 season. We are probably looking into to signing him for next year and slotting him into the 2016 rotation. We're going to look into that probably in the offseason, though. He has been sort of bugging us for a contract extension during the season, but we'll probably look at that in the offseason. Right now, the goal is to win the division and get that magic number all the way down to 0, so that the champagne can be flowing and the team can be celebrating, and then we can get the rotation situated for the playoffs. From a bullpen perspective, going into Game 3 of the series, fairly rested. It is nice. We are in the month of September, so we've got a couple extra arms in the bullpen. Costa hasn't had any work since the 24th of August. I think I'm just going to give him work no matter what happens today. We're already on the 9th of September, so he's got to be feeling like he needs some work. But we will have our 2 main guys, Wilhelmsen and Peacock, coming out of that pen, and Cook and Marshall are ready to go. Unfortunate to not have Perkins. We did use him, both the last 2 days, but lots of arms. Should be able to navigate this one here today versus the Washington Nationals. No fatigue with the hitters. Miguel Gonzalez, after his off day yesterday, will be returning to the lineup in the catcher spot. And so we'll move on to the game versus Chris Sale. So we're going to build the lineup versus the left-handed starter. Josh Donaldson will remain in the leadoff spot, has been his role for quite some time now. Dickerson will be hitting cleanup, as Miguel Gonzalez will return to his familiar role in the 3-hole. Beltran. So Fowler had the 2 hits yesterday. I'm going to leave Fowler in the game today, and I think I will leave him in the 5-hole. Prince Fielder will bat 6th, hitting out of that first base position. Starlin Castro will be our shortstop, and versus Sale, I'm going to give Addison Russell another go at it here. Russell is a guy who we're hoping to have as our everyday shortstop next season. He's had a little bit of time at the bigs, and we're hoping he gets the bat going, but He was able to tear it up at AAA, just hasn't been able to replicate that same success. Hopefully we haven't damaged his confidence or anything. Since we brought him back up in the month of September, he has actually been swinging a pretty good bat and working a few walks, so we're hoping to see some more of that. But we will go with Donaldson at third, Trout in center, Miguel Gonzalez catching, Dickerson at left, Fowler in right, Fielder at first, and then Castro and Addison Russell up the middle at short and second respectively, with Yamie Garcia making his 28th start of the year, sporting that 2.91 ERA. He has really kept the ball in the ballpark. It's a huge thing for us. So we're going to go into this one here. And it will be at Nationals Park. 25,254 fans come out to Nationals Park for the rubber match. And Chris Sale is going to work to Josh Donaldson to get things underway here. The top part of the first inning. It will be a full count pitch to Josh Donaldson coming home. Donaldson swings through that offering though, so Sale gets his day started off with a strikeout. He's going to see Trout, one gone in the first. Trout, after a slow day yesterday, gets a hold of that pitch. Let's go. Mike Trout demolishes that offering from Chris Sale. He's got 39 bombs on the year, and it's 1-0 Mets. Miguel Gonzalez will be the hitter. The 2-1 from Chris Sale. Chris Sale gets good wood on the baseball. It's going to go into left field, down for a base hit. The slow-running catcher will hold at first. Corey Dickerson will bat here. 0-2 with one gone in the first. Dickerson lines it to the second baseman. Gonzalez is able to get back to first, so he does avoid the double play. But Dickerson is the second out of the inning for Dexter Fowler. 3-1 is going to come home. Fowler will line out there, so that's the end of the inning. But Mike Trout bashes one in the left field stands to get the scoring underway. Yamie Garcia will face the Nationals lineup of Diaz, Reyes, and Cooper, Moustakas, Montero, and Lovejoy, Lancaster, Eugenio Suarez, and then Chris Sale will be their pitcher, and the 1-1 is going to come home to Diaz here. He hits it in the air, arranging over is Fowler, who will make the catch on the 1-1 count there. Alex Reyes going to come up with one down. Reyes will hit a soft fly ball out to center, but it is going to get down in front of Mike Trout for a base hit. Cooper, the 1-0. On the ground to Castro, who flips it over to Addison Russell. That's 1-0. Fielder's choice. Cooper reaches. Garcia bears down. Fires a 2-2 fastball to Mike Moustakas and gets out of the inning. So Chris Sale is going to face Prince Fielder, Starlin Castro, and Addison Russell here. Starlin Castro bats with one out, sorry. And on a 2-1 pitch, he just bashes that ball into the left center gap, deep into the little corner there, and he's able to get himself a triple. So Castro's going to be standing 90 feet away. Addison Russell's going to try to knock him in. The 0-2 is going to come home from Chris Sale, though. And will be swung on and missed by Russell. So now the pitcher will bat with the runner on third base. And Sale's not going to make a mistake there. He will strike out Garcia to get out of that situation. So here in the second, Yamie Garcia will face Montero, Lovejoy, and Ryan Lancaster. Montero hits it on the ground to Castro. Handled and played on to first for the out. Lovejoy is a second ground ball, swinging first pitch. Addison Russell is there to handle that pitch, and a 2-2 to Ryan Lancaster. Also hit on the ground, this time handled by Garcia. And he throws them out to end the inning. So we're going to go to the top of the third. Chris Sale will face the New York Mets order for the second time. Donaldson sees a 1-2 coming home. It's going to loft that high in the sky out to right field for an out. Soft, polite liner, says the AI. Here's Trout. Trout has a Base hit into right field there, and he'll stand on first. Miguel Gonzalez, his second hit of the day. Extra bases. So very deep, fantastic runner. Let's test the cannon of Alex Reyes from way back there. And Trout will score. Reyes will hit the cutoff man, but that ball won't even make it home. Dickerson's going to bat with a man in scoring position. Lofts it out to right. Lovejoy catches it. So Dexter Fowler will now bat. He's going to take a walk. Fielder will hit here with Gonzalez on second. Fowler on first. 1-1 comes home, but Fielder hits it in the air and is retired. So Suarez, Sale, and Diaz. Suarez will get on, so Sale's going to try to bunt here versus Garcia. Quickly 0-2. Sale does get down a swinging bunt on an 0-2 count and is able to move the runner up. Piazza hits it sharply to the first baseman to record the second out of the inning, so Suarez moves to third. Reyes will get a chance there. The 0-2 coming home will be at strikeout. So a huge strikeout there by Yamie, who's thrown 32 pitches through the first 3 innings, so very efficient. Hasn't walked anybody yet in just the 2 hits, so feeling good about that. His spot will come up in the inning, but we will just let him swing. And Starlin Castro will be the hitter, followed by Addison Russell and Yamie Garcia. Castro not able to get anything done there. Russell will now hit. Russell gets a hold of one. Does he have a home run? Awesome. So Addison Russell continues to put up strong ABs here in the month of September, which is exactly what we were looking for. That's going to be his second big league home run. And obviously his second of this season, as it's the first season he's ever appeared in the bigs. Garcia goes down for the second out. Here's Donaldson, the 1-2 coming home. Donaldson appears to have gotten a hold of one, and it will go out. Let's go. So it is 4-0 Mets. Donaldson has his 19th on the year, and Mike Trout will hit. 2-2 with 2 out. Trout can't hold his swing. And so that will be that. But Josh Donaldson and Addison Russell both go yard. And it's 4-0 for the New York Mets. Garcia is going to face Cooper, Moustakas, and Montero here. The 0-1 to Cooper. Popped up. Basically to the pitcher. But Castro's going to handle it. You can't be letting the pitcher catch pop-ups. Moustakas to hit here. On the ground to Addison Russell, and that's played on for the out. Here's Garcia. Working to Montero. Just gets him. So Garcia, another nice inning. Only 42 pitches through 4 innings, so 10 pitches that inning. Excellent job. And it will be Lovejoy, Lancaster, and Eugenio Suarez. Sorry, it will be Gonzalez, Dickerson, and Fowler to face Chris Sale here in the top of the 5th. Is that another one? We're really socking it to Chris Sale today. Miguel Gonzalez joins the party. He's got a solo shot. So we were worried about Jesse Hahn, the pitcher who pitched in Game 1. We weren't worried about him. We were worried about Sale, and we were worried about Alex Stillwell, who we saw in the second game. But in the first game, Jesse Hahn was supposed to be the one we could handle. This series has gone the complete opposite way. And we really socked it to Sale here. We've gotten into the bullpen in the 5th inning. Sale only goes 4. Gives up 5 runs on 8 hits. So here's Corey Dickerson batting with nobody out, already a run in the 5th. He's going to hit it to fairly deep center, but it looks like it will hang up there and be caught by Reyes. Full count to Fowler. Swung on and missed for the second out of the inning, and Prince Fielder will stand in. Another full count offering, this time ball 4. Castro swinging on the very next pitch, has himself a single to right, so now with 2 outs. It's first and second for Addison Russell, who homered his last time up. This time, though, he just sort of sends one out to the center fielder for the 3rd out, so that's that. Threat extinguished, but not after a run scores. Lovejoy, Lancaster, and Suarez to see Yamie Garcia in the 5th. Lovejoy will go down swinging for the 3rd strikeout for Garcia. Lancaster's a ground out, but Suarez will see 4 straight balls. Trot down to first. Diaza hits it onto the warning track, but then caught, so Garcia is through 5. 5 scoreless innings through 54 pitches. He's only just got the 1 walk and 2 hits. I see absolutely no reason to remove him, especially when we've got a 5-run lead, so we'll just let him swing the bat here in the top of the 6th inning, leading off the inning. And he rewards us by bashing a base hit right back up the middle. So JD will hit with Garcia on first. Just be a moment here, sorry. So Trout batting, 1 out in the 6th. Garcia on second. Let's go. And Gonzalez, who's coming in with a home run his last time up. This time just hits a little fly ball just behind second base, handled by the center fielder. So we move into the Washington half of the 6th. Diaza, Reyes, and Cooper to hit versus Yamie Garcia. It will be a 2-2 pitch. That will just be an out, so Reyes hits with 1 gone. 1-2. Garcia gets him swinging. 4 strikeouts on the day for Yamie Garcia. David Cooper hits a little roller to the right side of the infield and is able to reach on an infield hit, so he'll be on base. Mike Moustakas to follow, and he actually works a walk. So now the Washington Nationals do have a couple of base runners. We have a 5-0 lead, so we're not super concerned. We will get Ryan Cook throwing a ball around, but if Montero's able to hit a home run here, that's going to be trouble. However, Garcia just does get him to induce a ground ball over to, or he does induce a ground ball over to Josh Donaldson to end the inning. So that's that. So we will send Dickerson, Fowler, and Fielder up. And I think Garcia at 71 pitches will actually get a chance for the 7th. We've got the 5-run cushion. We're going to stick with him here. Dickerson, Fowler, and Fielder. So Fowler works a walk here with 1 gone, and Prince Fielder is going to get a chance to hit 1-2. Fielder will hit it down the line. That could be extra bases. Let's run on him. Fowler does score on the Fielder double for the 6th run of the game for the Mets, 6-0. Castro's a fly ball out. Here's Russell. So Russell also will be a fly ball out, so that will end the 7th inning. However, we do tack on a run. Feeling good about that. Garcia to face Lovejoy, Lancaster, and Suarez here. Two quick outs. And another efficient inning by Garcia. 81 pitches. I see no reason to take him out of the game at this point. It'll just be Garcia, Donaldson, and Trout. And he's going to get on base. All right, so we're going to have the hitting coach have a small conversation. The pitcher just swung 3-0. There is no way that he has a green light 3-0. That is preposterous. But there's 2 gone. He needs to take every pitch until there are 2 strikes, is my philosophy there. He's going to see Danny Cobb, the pinch hitter, and then Diaz and Reyes. So Danny Cobb has himself a pinch hit double to start things off in the 8th. That will induce a little bit of activity from us out of the bullpen. Let's see what Garcia can do. He does get a full count strikeout of Diaza. Here's Reyes, 3-1. Looks like it might be a walk. Yeah. So Garcia has 3 walks on the day now. I will let him work to Cooper, and then that will be it for him. Unfortunately, Cooper does get a base hit into right, so that's going to be the day for Yami Garcia. Ryan Cook will come in. If we get into trouble here, I want to have Wilhelmsen start to throw a ball in case Cook doesn't have his best stuff here. But he's going to come in with the bases loaded. He's often able to get us out of spots like this. He is going to get a fly ball to start things off. Trout is able to throw the runner out, so Cobb not able to score on the sac fly to center field. What a throw by Mike Trout. Let's go. I'm going to move to the top of the 9th with the shutout intact here. Ryan Cook only threw 1 pitch and recorded 2/3 of an inning. So we're going to let him try to just close things out in the 9th. And we will send up Gonzalez, Dickerson, and Fowler. First of all, though, Gonzalez is going to get another hit on the day. Big day from him as he pulls into second base with a double. Gonzalez has a 4-for-5 day, a couple of doubles in the home run, and a single to go along with that. Dickerson's going to try to cash him in here, but he'll go down on a 3rd strike with a 1-2 count. Dexter Fowler hits one out to left for the 2nd out of the inning. So Gonzalez continues to stand on second for Fielder. Fielder, though, is just going to hit a harmless ground ball over to the first baseman to end that inning. So we'll let Ryan Cook face Montero, Lovejoy, and Lancaster. We start to see base runners. We will get some activity up in the bullpen. Full count coming in. He walks Montero, so that bullpen activity we were talking about, we will start. Here's Lovejoy. Lovejoy is going to loft one into left center. That's going to be back-to-back base hits here for the Washington Nationals in the 9th inning. So Presley will get a chance. He's going to go down swinging. Suarez will be the last hitter for Cook, I believe. Gets the fly ball. Castro is going to pinch hit here. Actually, I'm going to give him this last batter. Maybe he can just get out of this. We don't have to use Wilhelmsen at all. Let's go. Ryan Cook rewards me for leaving him in for an extra 1/3 of an inning. He gets a strikeout to end the game. So we do defeat the Washington Nationals 6-0. That does win us the series. So we lose the first game of the series, but then we beat Alex Stillwell, their ace, and Chris Sale, their secondary ace, on the backs of 2 pretty solid performances from our starters. Yami Garcia does go 7 1/3 innings, 5 hits, the 3 walks, but he did get the 5 strikeouts, and he will get his win to improve to 10-10. So a very nice game by Yamie. He gets the player of the game reward. Chris Sale, we hit him around. We went deep 4 times on him, and we were able to get 12 hits into the hit column. Obviously, we already talked about Gonzalez, but Trout with a big day. He goes 2 for 5, picks up 2 runs scored and an RBI. And Castro has a 2 for 4 day at the plate. Donaldson with the big home run as well. So very good day at the plate for the team. And Ryan Cook was able to slam the door there and keep things in a shutout situation for the pitching staff. So very happy with that game overall. It's going to move us to the 10th of September. Still 6.5 up on the Phillies, so they must have won again. Yeah, they were able to beat the Braves. They pull one out 3-2. Looks like they had more of a bullpen game going there versus the Braves, but they do win 3-2, so that will reduce our magic number down to just 17, staying 6.5 games up on the Philadelphia Phillies. We are going to face the Atlanta Braves next, though, so an even worse team than the Phillies, and they're coming off a couple of losses. Or sorry, worse team than the Washington Nationals. They're coming off a couple of losses versus the Phillies. So we are hoping that we're going to be able to continue our winning ways versus that team. Just going to take a quick look at something here. Just bear with me just a moment. My apologies for the delay. Just be a second. All right, sorry about that. So that's going to move us into our series with the Braves. So some success in Washington. We're going to move through this series at Turner Field. So we got 4 there. Probably we will stop at the end of that series, leading into the return home to Citi Field to face the Marlins, Yankees, and Braves. We're getting very much into the stretch run now. We're sitting 84-55. We'd absolutely love to win our 85th game here today on Thursday at Turner Field, so we can go 30 games over 500. That would be very nice. Team is feeling great. Obviously, we've got a pretty happy clubhouse given the fact that we've been able to put together this campaign. Don't really have any problems in the clubhouse, and we've got a few guys who fit into the captain role in Terpstra and Gonzalez and some leaders. So happy with our clubhouse chemistry. Everybody's feeling it right now, and they should be. They've played good baseball throughout the season, and we are in a position to win the National League Eastern Division here for the 4th consecutive time. So a little bit of a dynasty happening with East Mets. We've had to trade a lot of our pieces to our farm away along the way. So we do only have the 23rd best farm system with a couple of top 100 prospects. We're going to try to look to stock that over the offseason with possibly a few trades. Definitely going to want to have a nice draft. We are going to be looking to be pretty heavily drafting starting pitchers if we can, if they are available in the early going, but we'll see what does end up being available. We have the draft pool announcement coming up actually quite soon. That will come up on the 16th of September, so a week from yesterday, and the 3rd game of that Miami Marlins series at Citi Field. So that would be the next stream. So probably that would be either this evening or tomorrow. We'll get to the draft pool announcement and take a look at that on stream. For now, though, we're going to move into that Atlanta Braves series. Take a look at who they're sending out. It'd be Zachary Oberg. So he's a generated player. He's coming in, having started 28 games for the team. He has pitched to a 3.65 ERA over 167 and 2/3 innings. Looks like he's got 125 strikeouts to his name to go along with 30 walks. Just over 1 for the home runs per 9, 1.6 for the walks per 9. So not bad at all, and a 6.7 K per 9. Looks like he's got very good control. So those walks per 9 do translate from the ratings numbers we're seeing here on the player page. Only a 45 on a 20-80 scouting scale from our scouts. So looks like he's saying he needs to develop another swing and miss pitch. Lefties are having a little bit more success against him, strangely enough, as he is a righty. We will counter with Vance Van Valkenburg. He has made 7 starts for the team since we picked him up on the very day of the trade deadline from the Chicago Cubs. We traded Jake Lamb, Mike Herrera, and Adam Wainwright, who was just kind of a replacement level guy. I actually like to take a look at him. Yeah, so he was a replacement level guy out of the rotation. He made 20 starts for us this year, pitched to a 6 ERA over 94 innings. And I mean, like, he was giving up some long balls, just wasn't striking out guys like he had been previously, and giving up some hits as well. So just not the best performance from Adam Wainwright after having a pretty solid 2014. We thought we had a 3-headed monster in Greinke, Scherzer, and Wainwright. And we did have that in 2014. Those were kind of the guys we were counting on during that season. Greinke won the Cy Young. Wainwright did this, and Scherzer had a decent year. But then Wainwright fell off, so we kind of packaged him in. We had to retain a bit of the contract in this deal to get Vance Van Valkenburg, who had been pitching quite well at the time. Since we've picked him up, his personality class unmotivated maybe is playing a role in the fact that his ERA is 5.5. We are getting strikeouts out of him. He's keeping his walks down. The home run ball, we'd like to see a little bit lower, but we're hoping for some performances out of him. We've had a couple that have been nice, with a clunker here and there out of the 7 times he's gone out for us. So we're hoping for the best today against the Atlanta Braves lineup. Taking a look at our bullpen situation. Not bad. So Perkins is getting himself into a spot where he can pitch today. Peacock and Wilhelmsen are fine. Marshall's fine. So we have a fine situation after Garcia goes deep into that game. We only used Cook yesterday. So we will move into Turner Field here. In terms of the lineup, nobody is looking fatigued. We can send out a full lineup. We will start to send out some of the non-starters only once we've clinched the division. We're going to play pretty strong baseball and put out our best lineup as much as possible right up until we're able to clinch the division. So that's what we will do here today. As we move into our game at Turner Field, the Braves will draw 27,330 screaming fans to Turner Field to see their team here on Thursday, September the 10th. Obviously a lower attendance number as they're 4th in the division, well out of it, 20 some odd games out of first place and not competing for the wild card. So tough to draw fans out on a weeknight in September when you're not in the race. But we're gonna go with the same top 4 in the lineup. We actually will leave Fielder in the 5-hole today with the hit and the walk yesterday. So Donaldson, Trout, Gonzalez, Dickerson, Fielder, Castro. Fowler will hit 6. Castro will be there. Addison Russell had that big bomb yesterday. I think I actually want to keep him in the lineup, keep his confidence going, and move him into the second base role for the evening, hitting 8. So Donaldson, Trout, Gonzalez, Dickerson, Fielder, Fowler, Castro, Addison Russell, and then Vance Van Valkenburg. They will face Zachary Oberg, who we went over earlier, so he's going to be tossing out the first pitch at Turner Field for the 7-10 start. So it'd be an 0-2 to the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Some excellent coffee. Josh Donaldson will go down swinging. Mike Trout will stand in. He's going to swing at the first pitch from Oberg. On the ground, looks like Trout will get down the line and get himself an infield hit. So we've got base runners in the early going. Oberg can't hold him on with anything. Olmo can throw him out. Something we'll keep in mind as time goes on. Gonzalez just hits a dribbler out front of the home plate. And that's actually turned into a double play by their catcher. So we won't get anything out of that base runner. Braves have Joey Votto leading off. Joey Votto's going to get a base hit. It's Joey Votto, Victorino, and Bautista, Kirchbaum, Inoa, Upton, Villarreal, Olmo, and then Zachary Oberg to round out that Atlanta Braves order. Joey Votto leads things off with a single. Vance Van Valkenburg's able to get a ground ball off the bat of Shane Victorino for a force out at second and a fielder's choice. So Victorino stands on first for Jose Bautista. He hits a fly ball out to right field, though, for the second out of the inning. 2-1 to Kirschbaum. And Kirschbaum will fly out. That's going to be 3 outs. Corey Dickerson, Prince Fielder, and Dexter Fowler to hit here. Dickerson on first, Fielder to hit, the 0-2. All right, so we've got something going here. So Fowler's able to poke a base hit through. That's going to move Dickerson up to second, and there'll be 2 on for Starlin Castro. He's going to see an 0-2 offering, though, and he will swing through that curveball for strike 3. Addison Russell getting a chance, the 0-1. He at least will make contact. He will get the ball down. I'm going to send Dickerson here. And we will score Corey Dickerson. So Addison Russell picks up an RBI single. Van Valkenburg hits it with 2 on, but it will be caught by Bautista in foul ground. So Enoa, Upton, and Villarreal for the second inning to face Van Valkenburg. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Upton hits it in the air. Just, it's a long time ago now, but just to review, Justin Upton was on the 2012 team, and that was his walk year, where he's had his best season in the bigs, basically. So he had 31 bombs, 866 OPS, almost 7 wins above replacement. Nice slash line. We didn't sign him to an extension, though, and immediately, Villarreal grounds out there off the offering from Van Valkenburg, but so it was the Rockies. So immediately when the Rockies signed him to a deal, I shopped around some player and they were like trying to unload Justin Upton's contract. So it's like so typical of real life. It was the Colorado Rockies showing their true real life colors. Just like they tried to do with, well, they did with Tulo and Trevor Story and Nolan Arenado. It's almost like they want to do that with Chris Bryant. Donaldson's going to bat here in the 3rd inning, followed by Trevor Gonzalez. We've got a 1-0 New York Mets lead. Donaldson strikes out. Here's Mike Trout, 1-1. Trout will get himself a base hit. He's standing on first. Miguel Gonzalez will be the hitter, the 1-1 count. Gonzalez gets a hold of the pitch. So that's back-to-back days for Miguel Gonzalez hitting home runs. That's his 29th of the year. A 2-run shot that will increase the lead to 3-0. Dickerson follows, seeing 4 straight balls, and trots down to first. So Dickerson on first for Fowler with 2 away in the top of the 3rd. Fowler's going to get himself a base hit. Dickerson moves up. Castro first and second, 2 out. And Castro in the air to center, but it will hang up there. Shane Victorino is able to squeeze the leather on the baseball to end the inning. So Van Valkenburg has been spotted at another 2 runs. And he's going to face Olmo, Oberg, and Votto. Olmo gets on with a base hit to left. Pitcher Oberg is able to get the bunt down. That will move the slow running catcher up to second base. Votto swinging 2-2. He's got a base hit into left center. So the Braves in business here, first and third. Just the one out. Van Valkenburg needs a strikeout or a double play. He will miss though. Walks Victorino, so we've got Bautista batting here. He's got the bases loaded. In case things go really sour, we're gonna start to get somebody up. He may walk Bautista, and he does. So that's going to make it a 3-1 ball game. The bases continue to be loaded. Here's John Kirschbaum. Infield back. Fly ball to left field. It will be an out, but it will get Joey Votto home. So finally the side is retired, but not before 2 runs are scored. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Van Valkenburg's going to stay in at this point. But we'll see how things go in the next couple innings. Addison Russell, Van Valkenburg, and then Josh Donaldson. So good job by Russell to work that walk. Van Valkenburg's going to try to bunt him over. Gets it down. And gets the job done. Russell will be at second. Josh Donaldson, the hitter. On the ground to third base. Second out of the inning. So Mike Trout could get a chance with a runner in scoring position. And he gets a hold of it. Will it stay fair? It will. Just inside the foul pole in right field. Mike Trout. That is 40 bombs on the year. 5-2 Mets. Gonzalez will go down there to end the inning, so it's going to be Justin Upton, Alejandro Villarreal, and Dave Olmo. 3-1's going to come home here to Upton. Hit in the air, but Trout ranges over and is able to make the catch. So quickly 2 away. And Olmo grounds out. A nice clean inning from Vance Van Valkenburg. Top of the 5th, Corey Dickerson, Prince Fielder, Starlin Castro. Or sorry, Fielder and then Fowler. Fowler will be followed by Starlin Castro. If we get to that point in the inning. Here's Fowler, who hits it on the ground to the second baseman. The lead runner is retired, but Fowler will get on with the fielder's choice. And finally, Castro hits, goes down swinging, ends the top half of the 5th. And Vance Van Valkenburg, who's got 68 pitches to this point, 2 walks, 3 hits, 2 runs. Let's see how he can do. Joe Panik will pinch hit the 2-0. Gets to Trout on 1 hop, will be a base hit. And Van Valkenburg walks Joey Votto. So we have a bit of a situation. We will get a little bit of activity up. Victorino hits it on a line to Castro, who flips it over to Russell for a double play. So that's what you want to see. Joe Panik caught off the bag. Jose Bautista will hit it into left field for a base hit. Back to first and second. But there are 2 gone now for John Kirschbaum. On the ground to Castro. Plays it on to first. That's going to be the inning. So we're through 5 at Turner Field. And it is 5-2 for the Mets. Addison Russell, Vance Van Valkenburg, and Josh Donaldson due up. Van Valkenburg is on 96 pitches. That's going to be the day for him. It will be Brad Peacock in the 6th inning. Unless we start tacking on runs, then we will go down the pecking order in the bullpen. Here's Russell. So many options here. We're going to get Leonis Martin a chance to hit. And he makes the best of that opportunity. That's his second pinch hitting opportunity since being called up. And he deposits that ball into the stands, so it's a 6-2 ball game. Love to see that. Donaldson strikes out. Donaldson's got himself a double. All right, not Donaldson, but Trout, excuse me. And Miguel Gonzalez is going to get another chance to hit here. He has been very hot as of late. He's going to work a walk. So we'll be first and second for Corey Dickerson. Dickerson is able to hit it deep into the corner in left field. They're calling it very shallow. I'm going to send Trout. Trout will test the arm of Justin Upton and be successful. So it's 7-2 for the New York Mets at this point. Start thinking about somebody like Rich Wells instead of Brad Peacock with the 5-run lead. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Brad Peacock, of course, available if we do end up getting into trouble with Wells, who will face Noah Upton and Villarreal, but I'd rather just go to the lower leverage guy here. Let's see if we can just get through this. Gets a strikeout. And, I mean, Wells is lower leverage, but he is fairly reliable. And you can see there, he's getting the first 2 outs pretty quickly. Full count to Villarreal. And Wells is able to just get him. Let's go. Like Wells has a solid 3 ERA over 63 innings. He's about replacement level, but has recorded 65 strikeouts. So he's getting a lot of strikeouts. The walks could come down some, and maybe you could slow down on the long ball a little bit. But otherwise, fairly reliable and handles that inning just fine. There goes Fowler. Here's Castro. This is the first of 4 with the Atlanta Braves at Turner Field. As we come down the stretch trying to win the National League Eastern Division. So Wells does have some stamina, and I'm actually going to leave him in for now. We will have Bueno kind of ready to go. Bottom 7, Wells will face Olmo, the pitcher spot, and Joey Votto. Olmo just serves it out the left for an out. Ben Paulson getting a pinch hitting opportunity. The 1-2 coming home from Rich Wells. Gets him swinging. And Joey Votto. So Rich Wells with 2 strong innings of work here. Retires the Braves in the 6th and the 7th. And it will be Bueno in the bottom of the 8th here. I think we will give... Well, Felix Diaz has not had an opportunity to have an AB since we called him up, so let's give him a chance. We have a 5-run cushion. And he makes good on his opportunity. So Felix Diaz will get a base hit. That is his first of the season. Donaldson follows that up with a base hit. Not going to test the arm of Jose Bautista. So Diaz on second, Donaldson on first, and Mike Trout will be the hitter. Full count. In the air. Caught by the center fielder Victorino, so the runners will stay put for Miguel Gonzalez, who has a 1-for-3 day going with that home run earlier on. Down swinging, Corey Dickerson. Dickerson's going to hit that ball into the corner. Will score at least 1. Can it be 2? We will find out momentarily. Very deep. We're going to run Donaldson here. No reason not to. as he's going to be well ahead of the throw from way out in the corner from Justin Upton. So that scores 2. It's 9-2 for the New York Mets. Oh, I thought I had Bueno going. Well, this could be something, but he's got a 7-run lead. Hopefully it does not impact him, and hopefully nothing bad happens not having him warmed up. I thought he was warming up, so that was a bit of a mistake. Gives up a base runner right away. Let's see how this goes. It's going to be Carlos Salvier batting with a man on first. Induces a ground ball to second. They get the lead runner, but no relay throw is made, so Salvier will stand on first for Josh Farr. Looks like the Braves are just going to bring up their entire bench at this point, now that they're down 7 runs. Oh, a big throw coming in. So an out recorded at the plate. Huge throw from Dexter Fowler. Let's go. And then Trout is going to range in and be able to make that catch. So the score stays 9-2 on the back of a huge throw from Dexter Fowler. He's going to lead off the 9th for us. That's going to be all for Bueno. I'll just let Buddy Bochers try to have another inning here against Upton via Real and Omo. We'll send out Fowler, Castro, and Addison Russell here. Fowler works a walk. Nice job in a leadoff situation. Castro is going to hit a line shot to Rafael Ynoa. So now it's going to be Addison Russell. 3-2. They go down swinging. Another, actually, I think Keon Broxton can have this AB. So Bochers will face Ruggiano, the pinch hitter here, Villarreal, and then Omo in the bottom part of the 9th inning. This will be the last chance for the Braves. This should be all she wrote. However, Bochers will allow a base hit to Ruggiano to start things off, so not exactly the way we wanted to get things rolling here in the 9th. Villarreal swinging first pitch on the ground to Donaldson. That'll be the first out. Melky Cabrera getting a pinch hitting assignment for the Atlanta Braves. He'll swing 0-1. The runner did move over to third on that last one. Melky has blasted that baseball to straightaway center field. It's going to be a 2-run shot off Buddy Bochers. Not exactly what he's hoping for. So now we have to start thinking about somebody in the bullpen. That somebody for us right now will be Tom Wilhelmsen. If this gets any worse, we're going to bring him in. We're just hoping Buddy Bochers can just get a couple quick outs and end this game, but we want to be prepared. Vasquez goes down there in his pinch hitting assignment. You can see there's been a whole bunch of pinch hitting chances for the Braves. Votto, last chance. Bochers gets him checking his swing, but it was not checked, says the umpire, so that's the end of the game. A 9-4 victory over the Atlanta Braves in Game 1 of the series. Mike Trout, the team's best player, has the game's best performance. Mikey is going to go 4 for 5. He's going to score 3 times. He's going to have 2 RBIs. Trout had a home run. Trout had a double. Same could be said for Miguel Gonzalez, who had a home run. And Corey Dickerson had a 3-hit effort today with a double. Also, Dexter Fowler with a multi-hit game, going 2 for 4 with a walk. So great day at the plate. Van Valkenburg will go 5 innings. He gives up 2 runs on 5 hits, strikes out 2 while walking 3. Does toss 96 pitches, and he reduces his ERA a little bit. Definitely a serviceable outing from Vance Van Valkenburg. We were just hoping to get that sort of thing down the stretch. A clunker here or there is always going to happen, even if it's, Sandy Koufax. There will be a clunker here or there, but Van Valkenburg has been having more reliable outings than Adam Wainwright, and that's really what we were looking for. We're not paying like a ton for him or anything, and he won't be with us next season. We'll look into filling his rotation spot in free agency, or possibly somebody can make a team out of spring training. We do plan on signing at least one starting pitcher in the offseason, though. Team has 14 hits overall. Mike Trout will get the player of the game honors, as would be predictable with the day he had. So we beat the Braves. We move to Friday, September 11th. We stay 6.5 games up on the Phillies. So the Phillies continue to keep pace with us. We lose, they lose, we win, they win. They beat the Cubs 7-1. Looks like Robbie Cruz, an old friend of the New York Mets, pitched for us in 2013. We did not sign him after that season, but he did pitch well for us. He has an 8-inning outing where he shoved 5 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Excellent job by Robbie Cruz for the Phillies. So we are not able to reduce the magic number more than just by 1 down to 16. It's a combination of Phillies losses and New York Mets wins adding up to 16 will get us that National League Eastern Division title. We're not done yet, though, for this stream. About an hour, just under 2 hours into this thing. We're going to finish at least the Atlanta Braves series. So we've got 3 more with the Braves to complete over the weekend. That was the Thursday game. We're now going into the Friday game. Mike Fiers will take the mound for the Atlanta Braves. I'm just going to take a very, very quick break. I just need to go get some water and go to the bathroom. So I'll just be a moment here. Give me just a second. All right, so yeah, I'll be right back. Just give me a few minutes here. All right, beer. All right. Sorry about that. Just be a moment here to get situated. All right, so we're going to continue on with this Atlanta Braves series. We're going to be facing Mike Fiers here, who we see in front of us. In the second game of the series, after being able to take the first game, which we're feeling quite good about over in New York Mets land in the clubhouse. As obviously we just talked about, we've reduced that match number to 16. So Mike Fiers, sorry, let's just take a look at him quickly. So 45 on a 20 to 80 scale, as per our head scout. Got a 50, 35, 55, so the movement's not great. He should be giving up home runs, and we do see that number over 1. So looks like he's given up home runs in each of his last 4 outings, including 2 home runs, his second to last time out against the Marlins at home. So we should be able to take him deep, hopefully. Our hitters have just had some success with the long ball, as we saw in that first game against the Braves, and also against Chris Sale in the final game of the previous series that we played versus the Washington Nationals. So yeah, we're hoping to continue our winning ways. Little 3-game win streak currently. That has brought our record in September up to 6-3 after having both a nice July and August at 18-7 and 18-10. May and June were the rough months for the team this year. We came flying out of the gate in April, but then a slow May brought us back to earth. A pretty normal June kept us on earth, but then it was July and August that have really sort of propelled us into first place, and where we've been able to take a nice commanding lead over the Phillies, and we do stay 6.5 games up on the Phillies here. So obviously that's pretty good. We want to keep things going. We've got one of the better hitting teams in the league, and we rely on our bullpen quite a bit. So we're going to stick to that formula as we go forward. They will have Fiers. We will have Greinke. Greinke has been very good as of late, although not having his best season that he's had in a New York Mets uniform. That, of course, was 2014 when he won the National League Cy Young Award. But 2.64 ERA over 28 starts, and he is 15-3, so we do have success when he does take the mound. He's been able to complete 170 and 1/3 innings so far, keeping his whip at 1.09, so a pretty solid whip. We'd like to see him striking out a few more batters than he has been, but as of late, he's got an 11 strikeout performance just 2 times ago, so it's possible that he's rounding into form that as far as strikeouts go, but we'll have to see. So it'd be Greinke and Mike Fiers for the bullpen. We continue to play in the month of September, so have a pretty rested bullpen. Wells, Bueno, and Boschers probably just won't be used at all, but we didn't even end up using Brad Peacock yesterday or Tom Wilhelmsen. Those guys are both ready to go. Cook is now rested after his inning and 2/3 on the 9th, so we have lots of options available to us there, and the entire team of hitters remains rested and ready to go. Nobody's suffering from any fatigue, so let's move into this second game of the Atlanta Braves series at Turner Field, where they will draw 33,725. So they do end up getting more fans out for the Friday game versus that Thursday game. Obviously a pretty big baseball city, so regardless of the fact that they're well out of it, there's lots of baseball fans in the Atlanta, Georgia suburban area, so no doubt they're going to be able to draw fans on the weekend. We're going to put together a lineup here versus Fiers. We're just going to continue to stick with what has been working lately. I'm going to bring Beltran in for a game. Beltran will play right field, and Dexter Fowler will not play at all. Addison Russell did play yesterday. He did have a hit and a walk, and he played the game before, had a home run. I think what I'm going to do, Castro has the offer after having 3 2-hit efforts in a row. I'm going to give him the day off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Addison Russell at short, and then Rougned Odor will be second. This is the double play combination we hope to have during the 2016 season. So we'll see how that goes out there today. I mean, from an OPS perspective, it looks like I should put Russell in the 8-hole. I'm going to put Odor in the 8-hole for 2 reasons. One, it's going to break up the left situation that would occur if I did that. And then also, that 8-hole is important. You know, you want to be able to work good ABs. If you come if you come up to the plate with 2 outs at any point, you're in the 8-hole. You want to do your best to make sure that that pitcher is going to lead off the next inning. In 2015 National League Baseball, before the DH was announced for the National League, so an important role is the 8-hole. But we will move into this game. We're going to send out Donaldson, Trout, and Gonzalez, Dickerson, Beltran, and Fielder, Addison Russell, Rougned Odor, and Zach Greinke. And we will face Mike Fiers at Turner Field. Fiers is going to come home with the first pitch of the game. It's going to be a 1-2 pitch to Donaldson, so let's see what he does with this. Donaldson is retired. Mike Trout will bat with a 3-0 count coming in. Trout will just see 4 straight balls. And it's going to take the walk down to first. So Trout will stand on first base with Miguel Gonzalez hitting. He carries 29 home runs into the game and 293 average and 907 OPS. Pitch. So back-to-back walks. Trout on second, Gonzalez on first, Corey Dickerson the hitter. The 3-1. Could this be 3 walks in a row? We would love that. So it will be. So Fiers now tossed 21 pitches. He only has 1 out in the first inning. And Carlos Beltran's going to get a chance to hit with the bases loaded early on here. Fiers gets him swinging. Fielder will be another chance of the bases loaded. Fielder hits it in the air to deep left, but it will be caught by Upton. So we strand those bases loaded on those 3 walks. Greinke today will face Joey Votto, Justin Upton, Melky Cabrera, Jose Bautista, John Kirschbaum, Rafael Ynoa, and then Alejandro Villarreal, Christian Vasquez, and Mike Fiers. Greinke is going to have a 2-0 offering coming home to Votto. Kind of weird to see Joey Votto in the leadoff position, but it's probably equally as weird to see Josh Donaldson in the leadoff role for us. So things get weird in out of the park baseball very often. Couple quick outs for Greinke. So Zach Greinke is able to strike out the side to start the game. Love to see that. Mike Fiers is going to see the bottom of the order after he had to work out of a bases loaded jam, walking 3 straight batters at first. Let's go. So Addison Russell. He is the guy we really want to see get hot, and that's his 2nd home run of the month of September, 3rd on the year. Going exactly according to plan with Addison Russell, and Odor is able to work a walk right behind him. So Zach Greinke is just going to try to lay down a bunt, move him over to second base. It's going to be a 1-0. Greinke misses 1-1. That one's bunted up the line. I'm just going to keep bunting. I don't want the double play. I'd rather the strikeout than the double play, and there you go. He's able to get it down on the 1-2 count. So most of the time when there are 2 strikes, I just try again. I'm gonna guesstimate that it's like 40 to 45% of the time I see them actually get the bunt down when it's 2 strikes, and then another 40% of the time I see them strike out. And then like 10% of the time I see them freaking get the double play situation or whatever, or the lead runner retired. But here is Greinke going to face Bautista, Kirschbaum, and Ynoa in the 2nd inning. Greinke walks Bautista. 4 strikeouts now for Zach Greinke. As Kirschbaum goes down for the first out of the second. That one's going to be lofted into left field. Second out, he fires it over to first, but Bautista is able to get back. So here's Villarreal. 0-2. And that one's hit in the air. Mike Trout will range over and end the inning. So Gonzalez, Dickerson, and Beltran face Mike Fiers. Miguel Gonzalez continues to be hot. That is the sort of thing we are looking for. Base hit, runner on first, nobody out, Corey Dickerson. He'll be a strikeout victim. Beltran hits it on the ground. They get the lead runner, but that's all. Kirschbaum, a little banged up on that side, but he'll stay in the game. So Fielder hits it out to the shortstop again. Lead runner retired, this time for the third out. And so Zach Greinke will face Vasquez, Fiers, and Votto in the home half of the third inning. Another strikeout for Zach Greinke, 5 on the day, and here's the pitcher. Let's make it 6. Joey Votto bats with 2 gone. 7 strikeouts for Zach Greinke. Second time on the day through only 3 innings that he's been able to strike out the side. So Fiers will see the bottom part of the order in Russell, Odor, and Greinke in the 4th. And that one's going to go Addison Russell. We wanted so badly for Addison Russell to come up and have a strong September and really get things going for us. And he's able to hit 2 home runs today, so that is massive. Just increasing the slash line, looking more and more like it's going to be a seamless transition, moving him into the starting role at shortstop for 2016. But we'll see how it all goes. We're happy with the hitting right now, that's for darn sure. Odor goes down. Here's Greinke. Greinke's going to hit a fly ball at the center that will hang up for Melky Cabrera. And there are 2 away for Josh Donaldson. So Upton, Cabrera, and Bautista in the 4th for the Braves versus Greinke. Upton is a strikeout victim, 8 on the day for Greinke. Melky Cabrera seeing a 2-2. He will go down, looking at a pitch on the corner. 9 strikeouts. The 3-1 to Jose Bautista. Bautista will check his swing and trot down to first base, so Kirschbaum will get a chance with the man on. Oh, and a 3-0. Swinging by Kirschbaum. We may have got bailed out there. That ball is hit on the ground to Rougned Odor and is the end of the inning. So Mike Trout, Miguel Gonzalez, and Corey Dickerson in the 5th. Down goes Trout. Here's Gonzalez. He will go down. And Corey Dickerson. So the bottom half of the 5th, it's Inoa, Villarreal, and Vasquez. Greinke just cruising along at this point. 2-0. Rafael Inoa is going to hit one down the line. That's actually going to be the first base hit of the day. Coming in the 5th inning, it will be a double. So he stands on second base for Villarreal. Greinke's got to bear down here. Gets a ground ball to Odor for the first out. Inoa to third. It's another ground ball to Odor, so that'll be the second out. So now Joe Panic will come on to pinch hit. He's hitting 276 with 5 dingers on the year. The 1-2 to Joe Panic. On the ground to Addison Russell. Greinke's able to pitch around the double that he gave up. Carlos Beltran, Prince Fielder, and Addison Russell with 2 home runs on the day. They will face Raul Hernandez. Through 14 and 2/3 innings, he's got a 5.52 ERA. And he's got it a 1-2 count here. So he will be ahead of Beltran as he comes home. Beltran is going to be a strikeout victim. 1-2 also to fielder. Hernandez gets fielder. Here's Russell, 3-1. Russell works a walk, so he continues his strong day at the plate. Rougned Odor on the ground, diving by the third baseman. And he gets it on to second. The ball goes into the infield, though. Oh, my goodness. So Greinke, 84 pitches here. He's got the 2 walks, but just the 1 hit. I think we will be sticking with him. At least for now. Swinging first pitch. A liner out to center. Melky Cabrera is there, and that will end the inning. Gonna let Brad Peacock start to toss a baseball around as Greinke is gonna face the order for the 3rd time. It will be Joey Votto, Justin Upton, and Melky Cabrera though. So, see how he does. 2-1 to Joey Votto. Votto does not make a mistake with that. He will get on board. Upton the 1-0. Could it be 2? Not quite. Odor plays it to Russell for the force. Upton reaches on the fielder's choice. Cabrera. Again to Odor. Again to Russell. Again retiring just the lead runner. And Cabrera is on. Here's Bautista. And that one will get in the corner. So Zach Greinke gives up a double to Bautista. Doesn't look like it's going to score the run, or will it? It will. So it's going to score the run. The throw looked like it had a chance to beat the runner, but it didn't. And on the throw, Bautista was able to take third. So that's actually going to be Zach Greinke's day. He's going to toss 99 pitches on the day. He gives up a run on 3 hits. He strikes out 9 and walks 2. Very, very good day for Zach Greinke. Just have to keep in mind here that Jose Bautista standing on third is the responsibility of Zach Greinke. Brad Peacock will come in here, though, and pitch with 2 outs to John Kirschbaum. He's going to throw a 1-1. Let's see if he can keep Bautista stranded at third, but he won't be able to do that. Kirschbaum's going to hit it, a line shot into right field for a base hit. Bautista trots home. This ball game's tied. Peacock's able to get the very next hitter, Inoa, to hit it on the ground to Donaldson to end the inning, but not before the ball game is tied. So 2-2 ball game. It's going to be the top of the order. Donaldson, Trout, and Gonzalez. We're going to get Will Helmson throwing a baseball around here for the next part of the Braves lineup. And AJ Griffin's going to come in here to face the top of the lineup for the Braves. Gets Donaldson to fly the ball into left field for the first out of the inning. A quick moment here. And so here's Trout to face Griffin. On the ground to the third baseman. That'll be 2 away. Miguel Gonzalez, the 0-2. So taken care of in the 7th. I'm going to go batter by batter with Brad Peacock actually here. He only threw 5 pitches. Takes care of Villarreal. Here's Vasquez. And he's retired. Ben Paulson will hit in place of the pitcher. The full count offering coming home from Brad Peacock. Strike 3, so Brad Peacock gets out of that inning. So he goes an inning and a third for us today. Just the 1 hit. The 1 hit was a little costly as he does pick up a blown save due to that 1 hit. But we remain tied here going into the 8th. We're going to have Dickerson, Carlos Beltran, and Prince Fielder hitting. Corey Dickerson's going to trot down to first base. As will Carlos Beltran. So we're in business here. Fielder hits it into the outfield for a base hit. We've got Dickerson on third, Beltran on second, Prince Fielder's on first. Addison Russell is coming up. He's 2 for 2 with 2 home runs and a walk. Let's see if he can do something here. We've got multiple chances. Hopefully no double play balls, but it will be an 0-2 coming in. Russell still does put wood on it. Gets it in the air to left. Is he going to be able to score the base runner? And it looks like he's going to get a sac fly RBI. Dickerson scores. We take the lead. Let's go. And we will have Tom Wilhelmsen up for the 8th inning. So feeling good now. Beltran at second. Fielder at first. Rougned Odor will be the hitter. He's going to get good wood on that baseball. And will it clear the fence? So we talked about in the pregame how we put Russell at short so that we could have what we want to be our 2016 double play combination and Russell and Odor out there. That's the 3rd home run by that pair. Odor hitting a blast here to put us up 6-2 in the top of the 8th. Huge home run by Rougned Odor. Let's let Matt Davidson have a pinch hitting opportunity for Peacock. He'll go down. And Josh Donaldson will hit with 2 outs in the 8th. Donaldson, though, will just be a fly out, so that's going to end that. We will bring in the aforementioned Tom Wilhelmsen. I just want to see something quickly. I think what we're going to do is put Martin in right field as a defensive replacement here. All right, so Wilhelmsen is going to face Votto, Upton, and Cabrera. We're going to bring in Leonis Martin just to play right field for Carlos Beltran just for the rest of this game, as we got that 4 spot that went up in the 8th and the 4-run lead. But it's not going to matter if we're giving up long balls. You can't defend against those. Wilhelmsen's going to need to bear down. Joey Votto homers off him right away. Shane Victorino will stand in the pinch hitting role. That will be a grounder, though, to Russell. And it will be just played over to first in time to get the out. Melky Cabrera will see an 0-2. He's got a little soft humpback liner that's caught by Rougned Odor, so that's the 2nd out. And then Wilhelmsen will face Bautista 3-0. And that's a walk. So Bautista standing down on first base. Gonna get Costa up just in case something crazy happens here. Costa will pitch today no matter what happens. Even if we score 17 runs here in the top of the 9th, we'll give Costa the opportunity to pitch. He just hasn't pitched in so long. We've either been winning by a lot or the games have been blowouts. They haven't been close too often as of late. Or when they have been close, they've been close the other way where the other team's winning by a run. Trout gets on right away. Gonzalez is able to hit the ball up the middle. This may not be a safe situation either, but we'll see. Dickerson going to hit with 2 on. Dickerson's got a base hit, so this won't be a safe situation. Not going to test Melky there with all the chances we're going to have. Martin, Fielder, and Russell will all get a chance with the bases loaded. Martin's got his 3rd hit in 3 at-bats since he's come up to the big club for the September roster expansion. Bases remain loaded. It's Prince Fielder. The 3-1. On the ground. Will be 2. They'll trade the run for the double play. But it will be 8-3 for the New York Mets. Addison Russell going to hit with 2 outs and a man on third. So he will fly out. That'll be the end of the 9th. As I said, though, we haven't had Nikolai Costa in to pit. Was he not warm? I'm just going to bring him in. He hasn't pitched in such a long time. We need to get him some work. Enoa starts things off with a grounder to Donaldson. Here's Villarreal. Full count. Coming in. Will be a walk. Vasquez the 0-1. Can it be 2? It can't even be 1. Prince Fielder just not able to squeeze the glove on that throw. Here's a grounder to Fielder. And that ends up being a double play. So Fielder touches the bag, gets the ball down to second, and the double play is turned the tough way. But the Atlanta Braves are defeated here by the New York Mets in the second game of the series. Addison Russell with just a monster of a game. We're so happy to see that. And the team ends up with 8 hits on the day. Russell's big day, 2 for 3. 3 RBIs. He also walked. He had the 2 runs scored. Miguel Gonzalez also with a multi-hit effort and a walk. So good job by both of those boys. Greinke's going to have a 5 2/3 effort, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. The 9 strikeouts to go along with the 2 walks. Great day at the office for Greinke. Peacock has a little hiccup and actually allows one of Zach Greinke's inherited runners to score. And also Wilhelmsen, a little bit uncharacteristic, giving up that bomb. Costa, though, just takes care of his business and ends his inning. And the player of the game honor is going to Addison Russell. If anything is going to help your self-confidence, I think that's going to be it. So happy to see that. It's now a 4-game win streak for the New York Mets. We remain 6.5 up on the Phillies. The Phillies just copy whatever we do. They beat the Cubs 4-2. So the Philadelphia Phillies keep their winning ways alive, and they've had the same week we've had. They lost Monday, and then they won Tuesday through Friday. That's exactly what we've done. So that will reduce the magic number to 50. Combination of 15 Phillies losses and New York Mets wins will get us the division. We sit at 86 wins currently. The Boston Red Sox sit at 88 to be the best team in baseball. And Phillies now have overtaken the Rockies in the first wild card. So that game would be played in Philly currently. So we move on to Saturday, the 12th of September. So for this stream, we are going to finish the series in Atlanta. And then there's I'd give it a 50 to 60% chance I will come back and do 2 series this evening, because I'm kind of excited about getting to September 16th there and seeing what the draft pool for the rookie draft for the 2016 season is going to look like. It's always like a fun time in the season when you do get to see that draft pool and see who you're going to be looking at trying to draft. We are at, let's see. So 141. So 141 games have been played. So there's 21 games left to play. So when we're done here, we're going to have less than 20 games to play until the playoffs. Playoffs will start October 6th. So this season will end on Sunday, October 4th. We'll have the off day for any play-in situations. And then that wild card game will be the 6th of October. If we are able to win the division, which it's looking like we've got a good chance as long as we don't have a collapse, we will start the playoffs on the 8th of October. And the hope is that game will be at Citi Field in New York. But we'll see. Lots of baseball to play between now and then. We're going to continue running out our best lineup as often as we can until we have clinched the division. We're hoping like by the time the New York Yankees are in to see us next weekend, or possibly when we see the Braves here around the 20th, the 21st or 22nd of September, we're able to clinch by then. But not going to be getting ahead of ourselves, that's for sure. This game will be pitched by Joe Anderson. So Joe Anderson looks like he's only made 4 starts, so it looks like he's been a recent call-up for the Braves. He was pitching in AAA. They picked him up in a trade in Detroit. I don't know what's been happening with this guy. So he had shoulder inflammation back in spring training, it looks like. So he missed like most of this season, 5 months. He pitched some in AAA. It looks like he did make 29 starts for the team last season. Pitching to a 3.33 ERA. It looks like he did rehab after he got back from his injury. So in his 4 starts he's made so far, it's a 3.86 ERA. He's 24, so they definitely probably have high hopes for him in the future. and he's just getting into his arbitration years. So we're going to see him 45 on a 20-80 scale. Not great stuff. Okay movement, very good control, so the walk should be down, although he does seem like he's been walking some guys. Yeah, his walks are up, so he should correct that with these ratings, but hopefully he doesn't correct it against us today. We'll hope that correction comes maybe next season or something. He's coming off a pretty good outing, though. Looks like he went 7 2/3. The only 2 runs he gave up seemed to have been two solo shots. Had a couple walks and 4 strikeouts. We're going to have Scherzer. So Max Scherzer will take the mound. He was the very first pitcher on this stream today. He only went 4 against Washington while Jesse Hahn was mowing down the team. So we needed some offense in a bases loaded situation. So we had a short hook with Max Scherzer in that one. Or he probably could have gone a bit longer. He'd only tossed 64 pitches to that point, and it's not like he was walking everybody. But the thing that he was doing was he wasn't striking out a lot of hitters, which has typically been his strength throughout the year, and he just wasn't doing that. Now the movement is down, down from where it was when we first got him. It's been about 35 ever since the second scouting report we ever saw out of him. But the home run numbers haven't been crazy bad. We'd like them to be down a little bit, but he's a fairly reliable guy who can shove every once in a while, and hopefully that happens today. We'll continue to have a September rested bullpen. Even Wilhelmsen could go today. Peacock could go today. Everybody could go today, so we're not too worried about that. So it's going to be Max Scherzer and Joe Anderson here at Turner Field, where they'll draw an even bigger crowd for Saturday. 34,403 Atlanta Braves fans down at the ballpark to see the Mets come in. Gonna stick with our solid lineup. Gonna not be too many changes here through the first. Well, there will be some changes. So Miguel Gonzalez already needs a day off. You can see he needs them pretty often. He last had one on the 8th of September. It's now the 12th of September, and he's gonna need another one. So that's the only thing with this guy. It would be really nice if we were in a situation in the National League where the designated hitter rule was in place, just so we could use him in a DH spot on these days, because he's a great hitter, and we have to keep his bat out of the lineup. He will be available in a pinch hitting role if one comes up. JD looks like he's going to need the day off. Well, 86%. I think I will give him the day off. We'll put Starlin Castro into the leadoff role here for today. Mike Trout will hit second. Dickerson and Fielder to follow. And then, let's see, what do we want to do in terms of third base? Felix Diaz. I think Matt Davidson will get this. We're going to give Felix Diaz a shot to get some starts once we've actually clinched the division. Addison Russell's going to continue to play, though. I mean, Rugi Odor also had a home run yesterday, but Russell had 2. He had the sac fly, he had the walk. He's red hot. So we're going to keep him in there. And Matt Davidson, as we've already mentioned, is going to play third, but we will switch those 2 around. So we go Castro, Trout, and Dickerson, Fielder, Fowler, and Russell. Davidson, backup catcher Jim Shumaki, bringing that catcher ability and home run power. And then Max Scherzer to pitch for the team at Turner Field. So we're going to get things underway here for Game 3 of the Atlanta Braves series. We've taken the first 2, so we're in good position to win the series here. And Joe Anderson will take the hill for Starlin Castro to get things started. Castro stands in with a 288 average and 8 home runs. And here's the first pitch from Joe Anderson. Starlin Castro will see an 0-1. Castro's going to hit that one into left field. It will go down for a base hit. It's Castro on first for Mike Trout. I'm actually going to try running on Olmo here. The pitcher's holding runners. Number was so low. Like this guy's obviously a ridiculous arm, but I tried to run on the pitcher there. That didn't work. Maybe we won't be running on Olmo anymore. Trout gets down to first as he's beamed. Dickerson will hit it into the second baseman's hands. The ball will be played on to first. Trout will move up to second on the play. going to test Melky here. We'd like to try to score in the first, and we're able to do so. Prince Fielder is going to put that ball in the left field and cash Trout in for the first out of the game, or for the first run of the game. Nothing like scoring in the first inning. Going to send Max Scherzer out to the mound to start his day with a 1-run lead, so he's going to feel good about that. It'll be Votto, Victorino, and Cabrera, Bautista, Kirschbaum, and Inoa, and then Villarreal, Omo, and Joe Anderson will hit here for the Atlanta Braves. And it'll be a 1-2 count coming from Max Scherzer to Joey Votto. And Scherzer is able to get the strikeout to get things underway for his day. Victorino also a 1-2. Hit in the air to left field. Dickerson is under it, and that's the second out. So quickly 2 away for Max Scherzer. And the 2-1 to Melky Cabrera. That one, though, is going to be extra bases. He'll be on second. So Melky Cabrera stands on second base. Jose Bautista will be the batter with 2 away. Scherzer comes home with the 0-1 offering. Hit in the air. Can Mike Trout get to it? Looks like it'll hang up for him. So Scherzer's able to pitch around the base runner in the first. And Joe Anderson will face the red-hot Addison Russell, Matt Davidson, and then Jim Shumaki in the top of the second inning. Russell's going to hit it on 1 hop to the third baseman, who plays it over to first for the out. Davidson works a full count, and it looks like he's going to draw a walk, so he'll trot down to first base for Jim Shumaki. Shumaki gets a hold of a pitch, but hit on a line to right center, caught by Shane Victorino. And so there are 2 away. Max Scherzer is just going to get a chance to swing away, and he will go down on strikes. Scherzer will face Kirschbaum, Inoa, and Villarreal, and it's a 3-1. So Inoa is able to get a base hit with 1 away in the second. Villarreal will hit. On the ground to Donaldson to second for 1, over to first, double play. Let's go. Back to the top of the order for Joe Anderson in the top of the third inning. One away, here's Trout. And that ball's going to be thrown away and get over to the dugout. Trout will take second on the throw. You know, it's 8th error of the year. That's awesome. So we've got him in scoring position for Dickerson. 1-2 coming in. Looks like that might be too shallow to move him over to third, and it will be. Prince Fielder going to get a chance with the runner in scoring position for the second time today. This time, hits a little pop fly into foul territory and is retired to end the inning. So the Braves get around the error that is made, and it'll be Omo, Anderson, and then Joey Votto. Scherzer's 2-2 is taken back up the middle for a base hit by the catcher. Anderson does get the bunt down. Scherzer plays it over to the first. So there's 1 away. Now there's a runner in scoring position. With just a 1-run lead for the Mets, and Joey Votto's going to hit 0-2. He's going to hit in the air to center field, and no chance for Trout. Runner was going with the on contact, essentially, and he will score. So Votto goes to second on the throw, and it's going to be a tie ball game. Oh, did we get him at home? Yeah, okay, sorry, I missed that. So the throw from Trout did get the runner at home. Amazing. Amazing. Awesome throw by Trout, so lucked out there. Can Trout get this and get out of the inning? So amazing. So some excellent defense. A great throw by Mike Trout. And finally, Scherzer's able to strand the Atlanta runners and end the inning. Just missed the game being tied there. Fowler, Russell, and Davidson. My goodness. Somebody buy Mike Trout at stake. Fowler strikes out. Here's Russell. 2 away, Matt Davidson. Davidson is hit by the pitch. Jim Shumaki will get a chance. Full count. On the outside corner. Bautista, Kirschbaum, and Inoa for Scherzer in the 4th. 48 pitches through 3. Just the 4 hits. No walks so far. Let's keep riding him. Full count coming home. Now he's giving up the walk. That one should hang up for Trout. He makes a diving effort and makes the play. So 2 away. Bautista takes his lead off first for Alejandro Villarreal, and Scherzer comes home with the 1-2. Strike 3, that'll do it. So Scherzer continues to work his way out of situations that he gets himself into. 62 pitches, we will keep going with him here. It'll be Scherzer, Castro, Trout. Scherzer goes down swinging. Castro. He goes down swinging. And so Mike Trout's going to get a chance to hit with 2 outs here in the 5th. He's going to get that ball into the outfield for a base hit. Trout will stand on first base for Corey Dickerson. Not going to think about running or anything. We really like some insurance. The 1-run lead is not very comfortable. There has been lots of traffic on the base paths from the Atlanta Braves here today. Now, luckily, it's going to be the bottom 2 of the order and Votto, but Votto is a strong hitter. Almost stands in, almost going to get a base hit. So almost got a 2-for-2 day. Here's Ben Paulson, who had a pinch hitting chance yesterday. He's going to come in, pinch hit, lay down a bunt, get thrown out, move Olmo to second. So Votto, who is 1-for-2, will now face Max Scherzer. Let's see how this goes. 3-1. Votto walks. Gonna start to get a little bit of activity up in the bullpen, just in case things go crazy here. We will let Brad Peacock start tossing a baseball around. Scherzer's going to come home with a 1-1 to Shane Victorino, and he will actually get a fly ball out. So that's just what the doctor ordered at that point. So infield back, ready to go. 0-2. Scherzer gets Cabrera. Bautista has 1 walk. Kirschbaum is 0-for-2. Inoa is 1-for-2. I think we leave him in for 1 more inning. See how it goes. Hitter by hitter type situation. Fielder, Fowler, and Russell. So Russell's going to hit with 2 outs. Hits it into the gap. Another extra base hit for Addison Russell. It's hard to contain my excitement for that. I so badly need him to be the everyday shortstop next year, so let's go. Davidson's just going to not cash in that base runner there. Bautista, Kirschbaum, and Inoa for Scherzer in the 6th. Pops him up on the infield. Handled by the second baseman, Russell. Here's Kirschbaum. 1-2. Gets him swinging. 4th strikeout for Max Scherzer. Rafael Inoa will stand in. And another strikeout for Max Scherzer. So the 6th inning was handled brilliantly by Max Scherzer. He's at 90 pitches now. His spot's about to come up in the lineup. It is the bottom of the order that he would face. But we've got the arms to get through this. No, actually, I think I'm going to have him pitch the 7th. I think he can handle the bottom of the order pretty well. When we get to 2 outs, which will probably be after Max Scherzer swings the bat here, I will start at Brad Peacock. Oh, that was the second out. So here's Starlin Castro batting with 2 outs. Scherzer will face the bottom part of the order in Villarreal, Olmo, and the pitcher spot. Easily gets 2 outs. Nice. Or not nice. So now 2 walks. That's going to be actually it. So Brad Peacock's going to try to end this threat here. Really hoping to just push Max through the inning, and it won't come back to bite us. That ball looked like it might get down, but it won't. So Peacock is able to strand Scherzer's 2 walks and get us out of the 7th inning. And we may just stick with Brad Peacock. We will have Glenn Perkins ready, though. Trev Dickerson and fielder in the 8th. Trev will get hit. Their pitchers have very bad hold runners, but I don't want to run on this guy. Very shallow. No, we won't test Bautista there. Fielder with 2 on. So Fielder erases himself along with the, I think that was Dickerson. The Fowler has Trout on 3rd. Let's see if he can do something with it. He can't. So they keep the game where it is. John Landers pitches a nice inning. Brad Peacock's going to work to at least Melky Cabrera and Jose Bautista. And then Perkins can come in for the 3rd hitter. Russell's able to play that on to first. Here's Brad Peacock facing Jose Bautista. Gets him swinging. I know I said I'd make the change, but it looks like I don't even need to. Peacock just pitching well. Looking good. So no need for Perkins to pitch in this one. Nikolai Costa is going to toss the ball around. He did pitch yesterday. Now he's actually going to get likely a save opportunity. We'll see if we do run the score up here, but most likely it'll just be a save opportunity for Costa. Really hoping he can just shut them down. This is right now, unless we can tack on a pretty tough save opportunity with just the 1-0 lead. Davidson, though, he's going to hit a double. And he's going to get to second base. Standing up, waiting for Jim Shumaki to cash him in. Can that be the case? It's going to be a fly ball to center field, caught, but Davidson gets on his horse, and he's going to move up to 3rd. Going to let Josh Donaldson hit for Brad Peacock. On the ground to 3rd base. He will be retired, so JD can't cash in the base runner. So we'll be sending Nikolai Costa out. Trying to decide if I want to make a change. I think that's fine. So Costa will come out to try to record the save here in the bottom of the 9th. Mets with a 1-0 lead. It's going to be Inoa, Villarreal, and Olmo. Let's see, the 1-2 coming home. And Inoa gets on base to start things off. Not the way you want to get it going when you're trying to slam the door. Villarreal with 1 on. 0-1. Pop-up, foul territory. Handled by Jim Shumaki for the first out. Here's Joe Panic. The 1-1. So that's a little humpback liner that gets over the head of Josh Donaldson. Or Matt Davidson. And now there's 1st and 2nd, so this is a little bit dicey for Costa. 0-2 to Far. Gets hit with a splitter, so that's the 2nd out. So Joey Votto comes into the AB 1 for 2 on the day with a couple of walks. Nikolai Costa's got to get him. He's got the left-on-left advantage going here. 2 on. Here we go. Full count to Votto. Could be the end of the game. He's going to hit it in the air. Can Trout get to it? It is going to hang up there. Nikolai Costa has recorded his 25th save of the season. A tough one against the Atlanta Braves. We take that one down 1-0. Max Scherzer has an excellent outing and gets a lot of talk in the write-up here. Prince Fielder's run-scoring single in the top of the first was really the only offensive moment that they could bring up at all, because it was just the 1-0 game. We end up getting 6 hits. Nobody on the team has a multi-hit effort, so Prince Fielder's 1 hit and an RBI it's probably the best performance. Maybe you could give it to Davidson, who gets a hit and a walk. But Max Scherzer does an admirable job. He goes 6 2/3 innings, allowing no runs and 5 hits. He does strike out 5, and there were 4 walks. There were a couple of moments where he was a bit shaky. But Brad Peacock was able to come in there and take care of the business that needed to be done with the inherited runners that Scherzer had left out there. And Costa slams the door and gets the save to end the game. Max Scherzer going to pick up the Player of the Game honors here in the 3rd game of the series at Turner Field. So that's going to be another victory for the New York Mets. So that's a 5-game win streak at this point. Team's feeling good. The Phillies must have lost, as we are now 7.5 up. So finally they don't copy us and they drop a game to the Cubs. Their game was also actually quite close. So that's awesome. So we're now 7.5 up on the Phillies, and that's going to bring that magic number down to 13. So love to see the Phillies lose there, and we move up to 87 wins on the year, closing in on that 90 win mark. We're hoping to get over 93 at least, which was our last season's effort. But no matter how many wins we end up at, the main thing at this point is we just want to make sure that we win that division. And then once we win the division, we want to make sure that we end up with the best record in the National League. If we can. We've got a really good chance of doing that, as we're on 87 wins, and then the Phillies and the Diamondbacks are on 80 wins. So it's a good chance we will be the top team in the National League, which will mean we're going to play the team that has to play the wild card game. So that's obviously something we're looking to do, and it should give us the home field advantage in the second round of the playoffs if we're fortunate enough to win the division series. We of course will try to have the best record in baseball as time goes on here, but that will be like a tertiary goal, I guess, because like we're going to try to rest some of our guys once we do clinch the division and give some guys some opportunities. We'll probably even think about bringing some guys up from AAA who should be getting towards the end of their schedule now. Yeah, they just got a couple of games left. They're going to end up, unfortunately, 8 games back at first there. And as we mentioned earlier in the stream, we've got a lot of replenishing of the farm to do in this offseason as we sit 23 of 30. My owner wants us to have a top 6 farm by next season. He's not going to be getting that. But if we can get him another World Series here, which is kind of my personal goal, he's probably going to be happy. So that's where we're at. We had a number 8 farm system when Miguel Gonzalez was still a prospect in this season, but we called him up because he's amazing and has been obviously a huge part of this year's campaign. But yeah, so that's to come in the off season. Right now, we're fighting for the division. That's the main thing that matters at this point. We're going to see a little bit of fatigue going into this Sunday game. So let's just take a look. We've got an off day coming up in 4 days. So we have 4 games to play before an off day. We are on a 5-game win streak. We've won this series. Trout needs a day off. Dickerson needs a day off. 79, 76. So this guy's been getting hit around pretty good. I may just give them both the day. There's Keon Broxton, and there's Leonis Martin. Leonis Martin has had 3 pinch hitting opportunities since we called him up, and he is 3 for 3 with a home run. He can play center. I think I'm going to give Leonis Martin this day in center and give both of these guys the day off. And then we can go into this Miami Marlins series at home with them both rested. We're hoping those are easy wins as they sit in the basement of the division. However, last time we saw them at Marlins Park, they took 2 of 3, so you can't sleep on any team in Major League Baseball. But I think those two guys will take a seat today just to get some rest. Lorene will pitch 50 on a 20-70 scale. Oh, he's put up 3.7 wins above replacement, so 29 games started, 171 innings, and a 3.68 ERA. He's keeping the walks and home runs down, and almost 8K per 9. I mean, can't complain about that. But he has been getting hit lately. We're going to counter with Terpstra. Terpstra's coming off that 2-run effort in 6 innings against the Washington Nationals, where he didn't walk anybody. I'm happy to see that. He will bring in his 14-2 record, so his win-loss record's looking great. Wins above replacement only 1.8, but just a reliable guy, like a 3 or 4 that we'll have for next season in probably the 3 hole in the rotation, maybe the 4 slot. Costa's not going to be going out there tonight, but that's okay. Everybody else other than Peacock will be usable and ready to go. Let's go into the finale at Turner Field. So the last game on the road, it's been this will be the last of a 10-game road trip, and then we're about to have a 9-game homestand. Then it will be 3, 6, so then a 6-game road trip, and we will finish at home to the Washington Nationals. So really very much in the stretch run here. Again, going into this one, we have our magic number at 13. Really hoping to continue to reduce that as we sent Jared Terpstra out to try to sweep this 4-game series with the Atlanta Braves. There will be 30,198, so the crowd drops a little bit for the Sunday game at Turner Field. We're going to bring in Leonis Martin to play center field, and then Carlos Beltran can play left. I think what I'm going to try to do is this. I don't know how it will go with him, but he has led off in the past, and he's got 3 straight hits. It's just gonna be a little experiment we're gonna try. We will put Fielder in the cleanup. Got lots of firepower on the bench today. Addison Russell, I think we're just gonna continue to play. Though Rugi Odor has home runs in the last 2 games. Maybe we will let Rugi Odor play this one. So Martin, Donaldson, and Gonzalez, Fielder, Beltran, and Castro, Dexter Fowler, Rugen Odor, and then Jared Terpstra will face Francisco Lorene here at Turner Field for the finale. This will be likely the last game of this current stream. I'm going on 3 hours here, so this will probably be the last one. That'll be 2 series in the books. And like I said, there's a good chance I'm going to come on this evening and play the next series at Citi Field against Miami, just because we're going to get that draft pool announcement, if not tomorrow afternoon. So let's go to the game here. Lorene's going to work to Leonis Martin, and it'll be a 3-1 offering coming home, so fingers crossed this is a walk. It is a walk. So Martin will trot down to first. Good way to lead off the game. They still have that monster arm out there. And this guy's even better at holding runners. Now this guy's a great base stealer. But we'll just kind of have JD swing here. He will swing first pitch. Unfortunately, JD is going to hit it to a 6-4-3 double play. So he erases Martin right away. And Gonzalez will come up with nobody on. Gonzalez will hit it into the gap. That's going to be a double, so very unfortunate. If JD had just struck out or something, there's a good chance that Martin would score from first on a double, because he's got wheels. Gonzalez on second, Fielder to bat, 2-2. That's on the ground second, and that's going to end the inning. So Jared Terpstra will face the Braves lineup of Votto at first, Victorino in center, Cabrera in left. Bautista will play right field, John Kirschbaum at second, Rafael Ynoa will be at third, Alejandro Villarreal will be the shortstop, Dave Olmo the catcher, and then Francisco Lorene will be on the hill for the Braves, hitting in the 9-hole. Here comes Terpstra. He's going to have a 2-2 offering coming to Joey Votto. Hit in the air, but it's going to be caught by Carlos Beltran. Jared Terpstra will work to Shane Victorino. And Victorino pulls that ball through the right side of the infield and going to pick up a base hit for himself. So he's standing on first. Melky Cabrera will stand in to the batter's box versus Jared Terpstra. He hits it on the ground to the second baseman, who is only able to play it to the shortstop Castro for 1 out and a fielder's choice. 2-2. Hit in the air to Carlos Beltran. So that's the 3rd out. Jared Terpstra is able to strand the 1 base runner in the inning. And we'll go to the 2nd. Beltran, Castro, and Fowler for the good guys. Quickly 2 away here. Dexter Fowler will hit with the bases empty. And he gets a hold of one. That ball is right off the wall in right field. He's going to try for 3. And he's in there diving. Dexter Fowler with a 2-out triple. That's going to put the first run of this game 90 feet away for Ruben Odor. The 0-2 coming home. Hit on the ground. Can he get down the line? He can. So an infield single for Odor will score Dexter Fowler, and it's 1-0. The Mets score first. Looking for blood. Already won the first 3 games of the series. Wanting to sweep these Braves at their home ballpark. Terpstra will see Kirschbaum, Ynoa, and Alejandro Villarreal. That's going to be a strikeout. 1-1 to Ynoa. 2 away. And Villarreal pops it up, foul ground, first base side, caught by Prince Fielder, and that's going to be the inning. So back to the top of the order here in the top of the 3rd for Lorene. Martin, who walked his first time, he's going to see a called strike 3. Josh Donaldson will be the hitter. Donaldson's able to hit it in the air behind second base, but it will hang up for Shane Victorino 2 away. Miguel Gonzalez sees a full count coming in. He's down swinging. That's going to be the top of the 3rd for the Mets. Olmo, Lorene, and Votto to face Jared Terpstra in the bottom half of the inning. Dave Olmo flies out. That's going to be the first out. The pitcher crushes a double in the gap. The exact opposite of what you're looking for. And then Votto follows that up with the base hit up the middle. It's got a good chance. No, it won't score the runner. They do hold the slow running pitcher at 3rd, but it will be runners at the corners for Shane Victorino. Terpstra's going to come home. The 0-2, he does get the strikeout. Massive. So there are 2 gone now, so any out will do. Melky Cabrera hitting. And Terpstra strikes him out as well. So what a job by Jared Terpstra after pitching himself into a jam. 3 innings in the books at Turner Field. It is 1-0 New York Mets. Fielder, Beltran, and Castro. Fielder gets a hold of one. And he's going to hit it into the left field stands. Prince Fielder bashes that ball. 22nd home run on the season. 2-0 Mets. Beltran, 0-2. In the air. Center field. Caught by Victorino. 1 away. Here's Starlin Castro. 3-1. Castro will walk. Fowler will walk. We're in business here. Rugi. Let's send him. Testing the arms of the outfield today, and we've been successful another time. 3-0 for the New York Mets. Terpstra will try to get a bunt down with the runners on first and second here, move them into get 2 in scoring position for top of the order. Leonis Martin is going to poke one into left. Donaldson hits it on the ground to the second baseman, who takes it over the bag unassisted. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So that's going to take us into the bottom of the 4th with a 4-0 lead for the Mets. Terpstra, who's only tossed 40 pitches, just going to keep rolling here. Bautista, Kirschbaum, and I believe it's Rafael Inoa. Bautista does get things started off here with a hit. Kirschbaum will bat. 2-2. It's the 1st out of the inning as Terpstra gets him looking. And then he gets Inoa swinging. So here's Villarreal in the air. And that should be the inning. And it is. All right, so Miguel Gonzalez, Prince Fielder, and Carlos Beltran in the Mets half of the 5th here versus Francisco Lorene. Gonzalez gets on with a base hit. Here's Fielder. Already a home run in this one, but he'll hit it on the ground to the 3rd baseman. We'll get it on to 2nd. Makes the relay to 1st, and that's going to be 2. So 2 away. Carlos Beltran hitting in the top half of the 5th inning. He's going to draw a walk. All right, so Beltran on first for Castro, 2 away. That's going to be that. Terpstra, his 57 pitches. Quick line check on him. He's gone 4 already. No walks, so no control issues. Just the 4 hits and 5 strikeouts. We will keep him on the mound here in the 5th, facing Olmo, the pitcher spot, and then back to the top of the order. Olmo having a pretty good series, right? He's 4 for 8. Or sorry, yeah, 4 for 8 against us. 500 average. And that one's hit on the ground, but it is booted by Rougned Odor. So here's Joey Votto, 1 for 2. 2 runners on. It looked like Terpstra had like a double play ball. Taylor made to Odor, and he just couldn't field it. 2 away there. Here's Melky Cabrera. That ball's going to go back up the middle. Good chance of scoring a run here. Trout's going to get it in. He does get it in quickly enough to hold the runner at 3rd, but it will be bases loaded. So Terpstra now has to work to Jose Bautista, who does have a hit in the game. So we are going to actually get the bullpen up and going. Tom Wilhelmsen will throw a baseball around as Bautista is going to work a four pitch walk. So that's 4-1 now. So they have 1 run in the inning. There are 2 outs. Terpstra could get out of it at any moment, but he's not going to get out of it if he does that. He's not going to get out of it if he does that at all. So John Kirschbaum is able to hit a bomb. A grand slam home run has been given up by Jared Terpstra, and we have relinquished the lead. 5-spot put up. So, let's see. Let's see if we can get out of the 5th here. We, of course, should be out of this thing, as Rougned Odor had that double play ball hit to him. And that's the reason why he doesn't have any earned runs against him here, but I think that's going to be it. I mean, there's just too much hitting happening. Tom Wilhelmsen's going to come in here. Try to keep the game where it is. There's a runner on 2nd. Villarreal's trying to hit with runners at scoring position. Wilhelmsen gets a fly ball to deep center, but Trout is there, so that's going to end the inning. But not before the Braves put up a 5 spot and turn this game around. It's now Atlanta 5 and the New York Mets 4. Seth Manis will come in to face the bottom of the order for the Mets. That means we're actually going to need to get some more activity up in this bullpen. Ryan Cook is going to be the next man out for us, as the pitcher spot will come up this inning, and we're going to have to hit Wilhelmsen. He's not swinging a bat here when we're down a run. Little positivity there, though, as Fowler works a walk to lead things off. And Rougned Odor gets a hold of one. All right, let's go. So they put up a 5 spot to take the lead. Rougned Odor says, I hit a home run. I believe it was the last 2 days. So he has a home run 3 days in a row. That's going to give him 18 on the year. And the other thing that that's going to do is it's going to give us the lead back. So it's now 6-5 for the New York Mets. And I think actually I'm just going to let Mike Trout just have an AB. Go out there, get on base. He says, I don't just get on base. What I do is I go back to back with my second baseman, Rougned Odor. And Mike Trout goes deep. That's 41 home runs for Mike Trout on the season, and it is a 7-5 ball game. So you gotta love the character of this team. We give up a big grand slam, we relinquish the lead, and then our hitters go right back out there and just take that lead back. They're not gonna stand for it. So love to see that. The fans back in New York are sure very happy with their team. Here's Gonzalez, he'll hit with 2 outs. He's got a 2-out single here. Prince Fielder with a home run in the game. But he will go down swinging here in the 6th, so that'll be that. 3 runs put up on the board by the New York Mets, so it's now 7-5 New York. Ryan Cook will come in to face the bottom of the order, Olmo, the pitcher spot, and then the leadoff man, Joey Votto. Ryan Cook, 1-2 to Olmo. Little pop-up, foul territory, handled by the catcher Gonzalez for the first out. 3-2 to Joey Votto. And it's going to be a strikeout for Ryan Cook. Let's go. Oh, sorry, that was Justin Upton. This is Joey Votto. He strikes him out anyway. So he gets Upton, he gets Votto. Excellent job by our reliever Cook there. That's probably all we will use him for. Rich Wells. It'll be Glenn Perkins actually here in the 7th. And it'll be Beltran, Castro, and Fowler. Oh, it's Beltran with the base hit. Starling Castro to follow. He'll hit it on the ground. That's going to be a double play. So 2 away quickly. It'll be Dexter Fowler facing Hansel Robles. Fowler's going to trot down to first on 4 pitches. Rougned Odor is going to keep things going. He's having himself a nice day at the plate. Ryan Cook, spot in the orders coming up. I think we'll just let Corey Dickerson have this. As I've been saying, we're going to let those guys who we've called up have more opportunities once the division is clinched. We are singularly focused on the National League East at this point. Perkins will face Victorino, Cabrera, and Bautista here in the 7th inning, as Take Me Up to the Ballgame plays for the 7th inning stretch. Might think about Rich Wells. Here comes Perkins. First pitch swinging by Victorino. On the ground. Play it over to first. 1 away. Melky Cabrera will swing first pitch. Two away. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. The 1-1 to Jose Bautista. A 3rd ground ball, so getting that ball hit to every infielder. The shortstop handles out 1, the 3rd baseman handles out 2, and the final out handled by the second baseman Rougned Odor for the end of the inning. It'll be Martin, Donaldson, and Gonzalez in the top half of the 8th inning. Martin hits it on the ground at second base for the out. Josh Donaldson stands in the 1-1. Donaldson's going to get nice wood on it and get himself a single into the left field. Gonzalez also hits it to left, but it will hang up there for the left fielder, Melky Cabrera. And they're a two-way Prince fielder with Josh Donaldson at first. Prince is not going to miss this one, or will he? It looks like maybe it hit the foul pole. That one was very close to going foul. Must have hit off the foul pole. And yeah, Prince Fielder has his second bomb of the day. So 2 for 5 with 2 home runs, Prince Fielder. Let's go. And it is now 9-5 for the New York Mets. Beltran up with the bases empty and 2 out. It's hit in the air. Will drift over to the left fielder. Melky Cabrera is there, and he'll take it down. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. We will leave Perkins in, at least for the first hitter, Kirschbaum. Looks like it's going to be an out. Yep. Castro with a very nice play. Here's Zenoa. Perkins cruising through these hitters, so we're going to kind of just go with them. And he handles that one as well. So the Braves are in danger of dropping 4 in a row, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So it will be Rich Wells to sort of finish this off. We've got the 4-run cushion. We'll get somebody up if we get into a spot, but for now, let's try to tack on. Starlin Castro leads it off. Top 9. 1 away. Dexter Fowler. And Rougned Odor. All right, so Wells will come in. Last chance in the 9th here for the Atlanta Braves. It's going to be Olmo, the pitcher spot in Votto. Rich Wells brings his 2.95 ERA into the game in a hope to sweep the series, close it out for the Mets. Olmo has different ideas, though, and he's going to be able to get a base hit to get things started. So Joe Panik's going to get a pinch hitting chance against Rich Wells, the 0-2. Wells gets him swinging. Here's Votto. Rich Wells gets him swinging on the full count. Here's Victorino, 2-2. On the ground to fielder. That's going to be the game, and that's going to be a 4-game sweep of the Atlanta Braves. This one is taken 9-5. Rougned Odor, it's going to get some talk in the write-up. He went 4 for 5 today, so Prince Fielder should probably be getting mentioned as well. We end up putting together 14 hits and score 9 times. Miguel Gonzalez with 3 hits. Prince Fielder with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. Fowler had the 1 for 2 day with 3 walks and 3 runs scored, a huge day. And then Rougned Odor is 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Mike Trout also with the pinch hit home run, his 41st of the season. So lots of offense happening today. Jared Terpstra was the unfortunate recipient of 5 unearned runs after that ball that was booted by Rougned Odor. However, he did give up the grand slam. Like, he still does give up that home run. He doesn't need to leave that pitch over the plate. And he goes 4 2/3 with those 5 unearned runs and 8 hits, 6 strikeouts and a walk. Bullpen, though, comes in and does an admirable job shutting it down. They give the player of the game to Rougned Odor. I maybe give it to Prince Fielder for the 2 home runs, but who's arguing we win the game? Happy to see that. So that's going to be a 4-game sweep of the Atlanta Braves. And we took 2 out of 3 from the Washington Nationals. So a very, very successful run here today on stream. Happy to see that. That will take the team's record in September to 9-3. And it will take us to, well, it will keep us at 9-7. 9-7. We'll keep us 7.5 games over the Philadelphia Phillies. So they copied us. We had a 9-5 win over the Braves. They had a 9-5 win over the Cubs in Philadelphia. And so that means that our magic number will be reduced down to 12. And that's where our magic number will stay as this stream ends. It's possible I'll be on later today to play the next 2 series. We've got that draft pool announcement coming up for the winter draft on the 16th of September. So that's always an exciting time. But we're gonna sit here. 19 games to play, 143. Yeah, so we played 143. We have 19 to play. We have a magic number of 12. That's 12 Phillies losses, or that's a combination of Phillies losses and Mets wins that add to 12 will win us the National League Eastern Division. So we're hoping somewhere in this week we can lock it down and then have a few games left to get everybody situated, get the rotation in the order we want it, and everybody rested up and ready to go for the postseason. In the meantime, thank you very much for hanging out. Appreciate it. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to follow. And I hope everybody has a great day. Talk to you later.